there's a guest, there's always the air.
Wait, do I need to move closer to the camera? Remember last time it helped you out or something? Or
No, we're good. We're good, friend. We're good.
Good.
And
Good
we're
to go.
live. And we're live, by the way. What is up, everybody?
Are we
Welcome to the stream.
live. There we go.
Shibby, dude.
Hello.
Thank you for coming on, man. Seriously.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks for having me, y'all. I really appreciate it.
I came in and
Been a hot minute.
I came in and harassed him on his stream the other night. I was like, "You should come on, man. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be a good time."
I'm glad you did. It's good to see your friendly face, man. By the way, I like it when you're trimmed, man. I mean, I like your big beard too. But you know, you got all of your beards look good, man. You can do whatever you want.
Just got a great looking beard.
I appreciate that, man.
You're a
I
handsome
think I'm gonna
devil.
grow it out. I think I'm growing it out for like the fall, but we'll see.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, whatever. That's
You
what
gotta
I do.
stay warm, man. You gotta
I
stay
play with
warm.
the
It's
length.
fair.
Yeah, play with the length. That's what I do all the time. Don't take that out of the context.
Yeah. Well. Okay. Yeah.
Weird crew, let's go.
I'm sorry. That was bad. I really didn't mean to do that.
Yeah, mine doesn't grow like that, man. Like it just this part, my mustache will grow super long, and like some of this, and like some of it. But like, look, like I don't cut that. It's just not there. It just doesn't. It doesn't
wow.
grow there.
Right.
It
Well, it
just doesn't
works.
grow there. Yeah. I mean, it's just kind of like whoop whoop. That's it. That's all I
So
got.
It could be-
I'm developing bald spots now, like random, like this. So
That's
kind of weird, but you know,
That is weird that you're getting bald spots. That's
things happen when you grow up.
When you
It's-
get
that
old,
is true,
when
that
kids,
is
when you
true.
get old, you get bald spots. Okay.
Oh yeah,
It's just
Geeb
what
got
it
a bald. Yeah, his bald spot was like, whoa, it's crazy.
And listen,
Wild.
some people wonder, do I have hair? And the answer is yes, I do have hair. I shave off majority of my hair. The reason I shave it off is because basically what I have left is an incredibly thin hairline that doesn't even exist. Like the hairline is just sprinkles, and then like the typical like this area is so thin it's barely existent. And I have somewhat thicker sides, but like there's no it's not
Dude,
happening.
you should
It's
rock.
not-
You should just rock the horseshoe.
No.
be
I
so
will never do
awesome.
that because
Oh,
my
it'd be
uncles,
so cool.
my uncles will sometimes listen, which I appreciate. So hi uncles, if you're listening, I apologize for calling you out. But you guys do the thing where you got the bald right here and the hair around here. I'm
Yeah, the
sorry.
horseshoe.
I'm sorry,
it's tradition.
but I look at that.
exactly.
Tradition.
I
You're
look
kicking
at that.
tradition.
I look at that and I go, that will never be me. And I saw that when I was like 23. I saw what's happening. I'm like, that will never be me. So it's just gone. It's
Yeah,
just
my
gone.
grandpa rocked that, man. I'm just like, just cut it off. Just cut it
Yeah.
off.
Let's get some highs in the chat real fast. We got some people in here. Shibby, hi.
Oh, hi.
I wonder who the guest is gonna be. Switch Corner, what's up? Power Mad, official no friendo. What's up? No, that's a great name by the way. Damn.
What up, Nick?
Parallax Puddles, what's up? Oh dang.
Oh, dang. What up?
How we doing, everybody? And listen, we have the Shibby. We have
Some
this new
weirdo.
feature where we can just like throw you guys just chats on the screen. It's great. I love
Does it work on this screen too? Oh, it does. There it is. Cool.
I put it there, man. I put it there. Ooh, excuse me.
Awesome. Did you put the pre-show sign there?
I didn't even think about that. Darn. I don't know. Do you really want me to do that? I can.
I think we're cool.
Yeah.
I think we're
don't
fine.
need to. Yeah,
We're
I
really
wasn't-
cool.
The one thing I wasn't
We are
thinking
super
about.
cool.
I got Shibby's name tag. That I got ready for him. So he's got a name
That's
tag.
yeah. I mean, you got that. Listen, you're 50%, man. That's that's better than 25%.
Yeah. So guys, we'll get to the podcast in about 15-ish minutes or so.
Wait,
We're
I am too close.
Are you?
How's this?
I mean, that looks great too. Do what you, hey man, I want you to be comfortable.
There you
You know, what you produce to us
Yeah, that's
is up
good.
to you. I'm not gonna micromanage what you're doing. That's you. You're an artiste, Shibby.
Artiste.
Artiste.
Okay, here we go.
We have a question for Power Mad. I feel like we have to say, are you unboxing anything tonight for us, Shibby?
Yeah. What do we want?
Yes. I was hoping you were going to say
Whatever you
that.
want, dude.
Are we doing it right now?
No, we'll do it in the after show.
Yeah, the after
We'll
show.
find something in
Make
the
'em
after show.
wait.
Yeah, we'll be unboxing something in the after show.
Did I say?
I've
did I
got
say some-
Splatoon or Pokemon. Take your pick. You got an hour to decide.
Ooh.
Okay.
Put up a
Did I
poll.
not say Switch Corner? What's up, Switch Corner? How you doing? How you doing, man? Cedric's in the house. What's up, Cedric? The Thin Lizzy would say the boys are
back in town.
boys are back in town. Boys are back in town.
Which town are we back in?
3 different towns.
Morgan.
Boys are back in towns.
Speaking of back in town, all the students are back in town. Morgantown's so hard to get around now. Everybody's everywhere. I don't even want to leave my house, man.
I feel that.
There's just so many people. Like, why? Why do there have to be so many people?
Same, I'm the same, dude. I was trying to just leave a park. I had lunch today, and I couldn't leave the parking lot because I didn't know there was like the one road with the school. I guess I don't know.
Yeah, it's well in Morgantown, the campus is spread out. It's like there's like the downtown campus, so everywhere downtown. It's all over downtown, spread out. So there's just people everywhere, driving, walking. It's insane. And then there's the Evansdale campus, which is like a little bit out over by like where the football field and the basketball stadium and stuff is, but like it's wild everywhere. Like I live far enough out away where I don't have to deal with it if I just am like going to Kroger, but other than that, if I got to go anywhere, I mean it's a thing. Promote it on Discord. Promote what on Discord?
So, thank you, Mega Boy. You the man. I didn't press enter. I was distracted by the beautiful beard of Shibby.
Well, that'll do it. That'll do it. Well, and you were also waiting for an error to happen too, and it didn't, which was also very surprising.
I was very expecting an error, very, very much. Let's see.
Man, Shibby, you got me wanting to play Red Dead on Switch so bad.
Do it.
It looked.
Maybe wait for a sale, but
I know, but well, okay. Right now, I'm still like back from the beach. I got back from the beach bank account right now, so it's like I couldn't do it right now if I wanted to responsibly. So I'm gonna have to wait. But I mean, how long is it gonna be? How long is it gonna be? I mean,
Alex?
a month?
I don't know. Is it gonna be November or December? I'm sure it will be. Alex knows.
Yeah, he's the one to ask. Yeah. I mean, it will go on sale. I mean, I'm gonna get it. Plays great on Switch. Yeah, I mean, it looked amazing. I watched a lot of your stream the other night, a whole lot of it.
Yeah,
great.
man. Thank you for hanging out, man.
It was fun. I'm telling you.
You made me realize, as a person that's played 2 and you haven't played 1, I feel like was it a little eye-opening to be like, hey, this is more like the second one that I might have thought? Like,
yeah. There were certain things I was like, wow, this is. I mean, the second one has, like it's got little quality of life things and polished things here and there, and like they do like, they change some stuff, but yeah, for the most part, especially like the missions and just the way things are, and like I was telling you, like the banter as you're like riding, and you get all that little like side story and like the deep like character interaction stuff. That's all there too. Yeah, I really want to play it now. Yeah,
and it's like it's an older game, but Rockstar wasn't brand new. They had enough footing to be like, this is still a quality game. And it's Red Dead on Switch. Like, it's not as a game, as a franchise. You get the Red Dead experience on handheld, so.
Did you see was it Modern Vintage Gamer? Did you see his video of Red Dead running like 60 FPS on a Switch?
No, I didn't see that. I think I saw it, but I didn't watch it.
It's a hack, obviously a hack Switch. But
overclocked it.
Overclocking it, but yeah, you can get the game to run.
So it's possible.
Oh yeah,
and it ran like really good.
Well,
they can update it.
If you understand, no. If you understand how overclocking works, it is possible, yes, but that means you're taxing
damaging
the hardware. You will absolutely risk damaging it if like that.
Overheating.
Overheating. Your parts can wear out quicker because it's being taxed extra. It's kind of like modding your car to be like an extra, beefy car, but that's going to put wear
some people
on it,
say that could happen to my PC with no fans running, but.
I would say so.
It's fine.
I'm one people who says that.
Listen, there's one. I can hear a fan in there somewhere running. I can see these ones. They're not spinning.
Sure.
But something's running. I can hear it. And I'll tell you what. This thing. I mean, it's a workhorse. That's what it is. It's a workhorse. It's a quality machine. It's a quality item.
Just had an idea. You can see my Wii U tablet back there. I could just put on like a game and let the trailer run of the game just back.
You could. That would be cool.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do that.
Oh, that
on the Panda. Say hi to the Panda.
I meant to actually put the arcade thing on. I think it's on the Roku. It is on the Roku screen.
It still looks cool though. It's all blurry. It's cool.
Yeah.
What do we want? Minish Cap, Twilight Princess, Duck Hunt, Wii Sports Club, Xenoblade Chronicles,
Minish Cap
or Duck Hunt.
Duck Hunt,
Minish Cap. Minish Cap.
I'm kind of curious what Duck Hunt's gonna do.
It's like the game. You
Well,
talking about the title screen? I think
like
it just
the title
says Duck Hunt, and
Well, is it
then
gonna
it's
move
just
and
like,
stuff? I want to see that.
yeah, it's like it's like the ducks. They
Let's
come
see.
by. I don't know. I haven't seen Duck Hunt.
Oh, it needs a
Since,
Wii
like-
remote. I'm not trying to f with that right now. Oh gosh. Okay, let's go home. This was a mistake. Close software.
Never heard a fan run on my M1. Yeah, you know what, Mega Boy? I wish I. Yeah.
Is it hat
Man.
fans? Is it a MacBook or what?
Well, I don't know any of the. I mean, I know the ones with the like the what are they? The little Mac Minis. There's fans in them, but everyone who has one, even when they like just do everything they can, like I can't get the fans to run. They just don't.
Yeah, it's like
They're
basically
there,
cell
but-
phone architecture. I mean, do you ever hear your phones don't have a cell phone?
Yeah,
fan in
yeah,
it?
exactly. Well, and that's what I'm thinking, man. Last night, I was working on the video I put out today last night, and my computer does not have an M1 chip. It's the MacBooks before the M1s came out, and man, I was getting so mad because eventually I got to the point where it was just I couldn't even hit stop like on the like stop to add something, and it would just keep going, and then the little thing spinning, and I'm standing up pacing like I'm gonna throw this out the window in like 5 seconds. Like, this has been happening for an hour. I would have had that video done at I don't know 10:30, and it was like midnight before I actually had it like up to YouTube, I think.
Well, I didn't
Oh, man.
realize that the MacBook Pro is not. It's not a laptop. It's a MacBook. So you're not supposed to. I used to edit with it on my lap, and it got how hot it
Oh,
got. and I
dude,
was just
yeah.
sweating. And the
Super
fans.
hot. Yeah.
And then now that I bought the little thing that's like a beanbag on the bottom and then the flat surface on the top,
Oh, those
so
are nice.
different because the flow, the airflow.
Yeah, Mrs. Geeb has like a MacBook from like 2014, I want to say 2015 maybe. So it's an older boy at this point, and she is not editing or anything, but that thing gets hot if you're on Chrome. And I have to like try to tell her. She likes to put it on the couch, or like on a pillow. And I'm like, girl, you can't
Nope.
do that. Do you
It's a
feel
big
how hot
difference,
this thing
yeah.
is? Like it's literally could be a fire hazard. So I kind of convinced her to use her like lap desk or like an actual like,
Yeah.
TV tray or something.
I'm thinking about honestly, just I have an iPad Pro, that's like the bigger one, and I have this, but man, like I'm really weighing the pros and cons of just getting rid of both of them and getting like a brand new
the
badass iPad Pro that will run. It runs. I mean, it has the same Lightroom on it, and now it's got the same Final Cut Pro. Like everything I use is on that.
Does it
Did
really?
you say the pros and cons
Yeah,
of a MacBook
of a Mac
Pro.
of an iPad Pro.
or iPad Pro?
Yes, there's lots of pros. I bet there would be. I bet there would be.
Guys, if you have not already, please, we'd appreciate if you like the stream. Share it if you're feeling generous. You can become a member. Drip, it's one thing we did not talk about in the pre-show, or like on the thing where we get ready, is tomorrow. We're doing a thing tomorrow for members. Do you recall what that thing is?
Oh shh.
You've been so busy.
I forgot.
Tomorrow?
No.
Okay, good. Because
No,
we're
next
doing
weekend
it tomorrow.
we're good. Yeah.
We're doing it tomorrow. Tomorrow
Well,
is...
you messaged me about it, and I was like, "Yeah, it's a good idea. If my kids are here, that's gonna go poorly." But they're not. It's next weekend.
Yeah.
I was thrown off because of the whole beach thing, and then they went
yeah.
back, and then it was like a whole thing. But yeah, they're coming from Memorial Day week, or Memorial Day, right? Or is it Labor Day?
Tomorrow is the Tears of the Kingdom spoiler podcast just for members. So if you're a member, you get to watch it. You become a member. The link's down below. If you're on desktop or Android, you can go ahead and next to your chat, there's a join button. Click that join button. If you're on iPhone, I'm sorry, iPhones don't have that button on there. That's unfortunate.
So weird.
Yeah, it's dumb. It's very dumb. But yeah, go on desktop, go to your Chrome browser, and become a member. And we're going to do a whole episode of spoilers. It might even be half of it. We haven't decided yet if it's going to be like a two-parter thing. It might be such a big podcast lengthwise, we might need to break it up into two.
Ooh,
Memorial Day's in May. Labor Day's in September.
prove it.
Prove it.
That's a good point, Shibby.
Crazy.
I couldn't prove it to you. I could show you a calendar, but would
That's
you
what I
believe me?
said. They're coming Labor Day week or Memorial Day weekend. I said, wait, is it Labor Day? And then I was like, which one is it? I have no idea. But
Which one?
yeah, that's next weekend.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, It's gonna be great.
Oh, and by the
we,
way, I didn't say this yet. By the way, we're talking to Shibby. What's up, Shibby? Your links are in our description, so if you guys want to go ahead and follow Shibby on Twitch, is a wonderful streamer, and also his YouTube channel, Switch Unboxing. Shibby might just go ahead and unbox something in the after show. We'll see.
yeah, I can't wait.
Yeah, we'll do it.
Awesome. Cool. I guess we can get this started. We're a little early. We can do a little early if you guys want. Yeah.
It's 8:20. Oh no, we started.
Usually like 8:30 is when we kind of get in there. 8:25.
Oh, really?
Yeah, sometimes because we're always late. by a
I
couple
mean, either
minutes.
way, it's whatever. Whatever you want to do.
Whatever
you want to do.
Hey, you want to do it now? Let's get into it.
Hang on, wait. Hang
Shibby,
on.
did I give you a set list so you can follow along if you want to?
Oh yeah, we're talking about the PlayStation thing.
Yep.
The handheld thing, real quick. It's not going to be that long, but
Yeah, I gave you the set list. Yeah.
okay.
Yep.
So cool.
I forgot to share all this stuff.
Drip and I had like a 30-minute argument about it.
Yeah, we did. We straight like yelled at each other about it earlier. So we got that out of the way. We'll probably keep it a little bit more calm
I'm
once the
gonna fight about
podcast.
it. I got more fighting
because
to
you're
do.
wrong, dude. You're wrong. Your arguments are shit. They're terrible. They don't make sense. It's like saying, whatever.
We'll get to it. We'll get to it. Okay, let's boys. Let's do this. Drip, you want to get that music off there?
Yes.
Wait. Do I have a second?
Oh yeah,
Yes.
go. Do you think?
Yeah. I'm actually still posting stuff, so we're good. I need to post. Where else? Where have I not posted this?
Thank you for the likes. We got 9 likes. We get to 10. That'd be fantastic. Thank you, Megaboy, for putting that Twitch link in there. Appreciate that. Get rid of Mac time for a PC.
I have
time for a
both.
real PC. Yeah, you
I have both.
I mean, it would be nice if you had a better PC. That'd be nice. The one you got is a little, it's like a fan.
I told you, man. I'll put a box fan right there. It's fine. I can put a box fan right there. Turn it on low. It can use the old fan, like where the holes are, to export the air. It's perfect, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Y'all ready there, Shibby?
The LEDs still work. All the RGB lights still work on the fan, sort of.
Oh, is that a new poster, Shibby? A Dead Cells poster?
Absolutely not. I will never switch these out. These
that
are
one
so,
has been, those are the
they're so hard to
OGs.
put on. Thank you.
I mean, the
appreciate
Animal
that,
Crossing
yeah.
I always remember, but yeah, Coco Baby calls you out there, said that's a good poster.
I need to play some more Dead Cells. It's been too long.
Guys, if you want to leave some super chats and stuff during the podcast, we'll toward the end of the podcast, we'll do a segment, assuming we get some super chats of whatever you guys are talking about. And if
Unless
it's,
they're relevant.
Again, unless they're relevant, and then we'll address them immediately while we're talking about the relevant subject. So that's why super chat's gonna kind of operate during the podcast. And if you leave a really, really good comment and it's not a super chat, we'll probably get to it as well. Again, if it's relevant.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for 10 likes. Appreciate that. Got 12 people in here. Appreciate all you guys. If we get to 15, that would be fantasticals.
Would
But
you
for
like me
now-
to turn this music down?
Yes, sir. Please and thank you. Let's do this. All right, let's.
It's down for you, right? I still have it in my ears.
I can hardly hear it, but you want to just turn it off all the way, just in case. Or do you always do that? You leave it on so quiet that we can't hear
I
it?
have it. I have it on. It's down all the way for you. It's on 0. For me, it is not.
I'm
on
trusting
0.
you. Don't ruin our content, Drip.
This is the way it always is.
Okay, cool. As long as it's always the way it's always is. All right, cool. Let's get this podcast recording started.
Okay.
This podcast was brought to you by Uncle Geeb Productions. Hey guys, and welcome everyone to the Drippy G podcast. I'm your host, Uncle Geeb, and with me is host Shibby Gaming and special guest Shibby120. We record this podcast live every Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can listen to this podcast on Apple, Spotify, Google, or anywhere you can find a podcast. You can also watch this video podcast over on youtube.com/DripDeep, and you become a member of this podcast to get extra video podcast content every single month. Drip, how you doing? But before you answer, we have a special guest.
We do.
Shit.
We do.
How are you doing
What's
today,
up?
How you doing, brother?
Me? I'm doing well.
Very
Talking to
good.
me?
Here.
Yeah, I'm
Talking to you.
I'm doing good.
The
Thank
one-
You're the man. You're
Switch
the guest.
Unboxing.
How are you?
Shibby
How you
120.
doing?
YouTube.com/Switch Unboxing.
Yeah,
Twitch.tv
we're gonna unbox something in the
Shibby
after show. I'm pretty
120.
pumped about that. I'm
Yes,
so
we are.
excited to see what you unbox. Can't wait. I'm excited for that. So other than the unboxing stuff, what else have you been doing, man? Streaming. I know that. What are you streaming?
As you know, streaming a little bit of, I'm playing a lot of Wildflowers, cozy little game, farming game with a little bit of a witchy twist. And then of course, Red Dead Redemption on Switch, which is great. I'm having a lot of fun with that. Those are my main games. But then, Tears of the Kingdom, still working on that.
Of course. How are you liking Red Dead, dude?
It's good, dude. By the way, yeah, again, Drip, thank you for swinging by, man. Drip was there for a lot of it.
Yeah, most of it the other night. It just looks.
It sets the bar
crazy.
high.
Yeah,
and I get it. It's an older game. It makes sense, but still, it didn't have to look this good. And like, I just really appreciate the clarity. Like my eyes do. Like I don't try to be bougie about the whole greasy, smeary games.
Yeah.
But the fact that I can see that bush, that tree over there, and I don't have to like strain. Like, it's amazing. I love it.
Yeah.
Did someone say bush?
Yeah. Someone did. Someone did. Hold on. Oh my God.
That's just a perfect segue.
A segue for beer of the week.
Gotta get there right away.
Yeah, we'll do it. We'll get it out of the way quick because I don't have anything super fun. I have just a regular. Speaking of Bush, I have a regular, just a Bush Light. But I'm actually more excited about my my koozie, my Kyle Larson koozie.
Yeah.
Tomorrow night, I'm pretty sure. No, I'm sorry, Saturday night. I always think it's Friday on our podcast. Saturday night, Daytona, man. Big deal.
Ooh, very cool.
Big deal. Daytona. Very excited about that. So I don't really have anything fun to say about my beer. It's a Busch Light, and it's in a Kyle Larson koozie. So,
Shibby, I know you have something that's cooler than what we have. So I'm just going to show you my Gritty Gang. I've showed it before. The Gritty Gang.
Oh, that is cool.
Koozie on my Bush Peach.
Matches the Bush Peach too.
It does.
Actually, we both have matching. Look at that.
Yeah,
like we are just look out.
Your favorite
man.
NASCAR person, and I have the second best mascot in all of sports. Gritty Gang, gritty. Shibby, what is your beer of the week this week, man?
My tea of the week is the tea I always drink, Throat Coat. I love it.
I always hear you talking about that.
Proven. I don't know if it's scientifically proven, but it's supposed to make your throat more clear for streaming and podcasts and singing and stuff. So, and it's got a little bit of cinnamon.
Oh, okay,
orange peel.
Okay.
Vibe to it.
I used to be big on tea.
Actually.
I was big on English breakfast. You familiar with English breakfast?
What is that?
Yes, I'm familiar.
It's the tea that they apparently drink in England for breakfast. I mean, I'm sure it's not really the way it works, but it's a dark tea. It's herbal. You put some milk in it, a little sugar, kind of like coffee, but it doesn't taste nothing like coffee. And the amount of sugar I was putting into it tasted like a sweet beverage. It was great. I don't drink much tea anymore. I should though, with the voice, all the voice stuff I do nowadays. Like I really should get back.
All right, Throat Coat. Throat Coat. It tastes good and it's supposed to help.
Yeah. In fact, beer is supposed to be bad for your throat and stuff like that. For your
dehydrating.
I'm messing up. I got water too. I mean, I have water, so there's that.
For sure, yeah, me too. I got the
you take some away, you put some back in. It's a balance. You just gotta
away, pass it around. Yeah. Well, cool, guys. We got a big old episode pack for you guys. We're gonna get into the PS Portal. I said portable. It's really hard for me not to say portable.
It should have been called the port. Why is it?
It should have been called the PS Portal.
Everything about this thing is just stupid. It's just dumb.
Syllables, dude.
Drip and I are gonna argue about it. Shibby might just be along for the ride for us to argue. I don't know. We'll see how this goes. No, we'll let you get your.
I might instigate a little bit. I might instigate.
Yes, please.
No, we fought about this before the podcast. Like seriously, we're like yelling at each other about it before the podcast because Geeb's arguments.
I called him a nerdy doofus.
Well, because he wants to compare what they're doing to Apple, and I understand that. I get that, but your arguments with it don't make sense to me because whatever. We'll talk about it. Go ahead. We'll get into it.
We will get into that. We'll also get into actually Drip is kind of the one who inspired this episode and the history of the the title of the episode should give it away here on the thumbnail. We're going to be talking about the Wii U transition from Wii to Wii U and Wii U to Switch, and then the Switch to whatever's next, the Switch 2 presumably. And basically, can Nintendo mess this up? Will they mess this up? In fact, I mean, it's to say it's not possible is a lie. It's very possible.
It's very possible.
Could
yeah.
mess this up. There's history to prove that they can. There's also history to prove that they won't mess this up. But we will see. And we'll talk about that a little bit later. We got.
Geeb, you look at my comment section today, my video.
I have not checked your comment section of your video today.
There were some really pissed off people.
I bet.
There's some really mad. I didn't think it was clickbait. I was looking. I was like, someone was like, "This is clickbait." Really mad. 2 or 3 people, and I'm like, I'm talking about exactly what this says, exactly what the title is. It's exactly what I'm talking about in the video.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I guess I don't know. Maybe they didn't like the way it was worded, but I mean, clickbait's a little strong. It's throwing stones. I don't know. I don't know.
Let's drip. I guess it's time, Shibby and Drip. It's time let's just get to the PS Portal. Let's get it out of the way. If you haven't
Portal,
heard,
not portable.
The PS Portal was announced. I mean, it was announced before, but we got a name for it, and we got the price and the features of it. So it's going to cost about $200. Okay, US dollar dues, and the features is really what people argue about. I feel like the price of it is one of the only things that has going for it because. I think I assumed it was going to be 300, and we all kind of assumed it was going to be over 200, but turns out it's $200. And if you're not familiar with the system at all, because I know this is a Nintendo podcast, it's not a PSP and it's not a PS Vita. What it is essentially is a screen, right? Don't call it a tablet. It's a screen with a DualShock 5 controller cut in half on either side of the screen, and it's lacking a lot of features that people want.
Can we say it's a Wii U gamepad?
You could say that. You could totally say that. Only it has no features, and the Wii U gamepad has too many.
No, well, okay. Okay, yeah, you can call it a Wii U gamepad. Sure, go ahead.
You can use it. You don't have to be in the household to use it, though, right? Can you use it like at work and stuff?
We're gonna get into that because it's unclear at this point, and that's one of the biggest things that I have a problem with. We can go ahead and talk about that. So they keep wording it, and all the stuff that they put out. You can do that with whatever PS Play or whatever it is, the thing you can do on your phone, where you can basically stream games from your PlayStation, as long as the machine's on Wi-Fi and you are on Wi-Fi. You don't have to be home, but you can play games. It seems like they're kind of dancing around the fact that this thing has to be stuck in your house. It has to be on the network with your PlayStation, which I'm like, how can you let a cell phone do that, but you can't let the $200 piece of hardware you're going to sell that is your thing? You're not going to let that. That's crazy to me. I mean, they haven't said it outright yet, but I mean, that's kind of, they're dancing around the fact that that's what it's going to be. I think that's wild.
It's a bit wild. I mean, I don't feel that strongly about this in general. I feel like the internet is kind of, and Drip, I think you as well, are a bit overreacting to the whole thing with it. I always viewed this thing to be a very proprietary, single-purpose device. I think a lot of people wanted and were hoping for at least somewhat of the DNA of the Vita and the PSP to be in this thing, and it's just not that. It's simply not that. The product is very clear what it is. What it is a screen, not a tablet. Don't confuse it. A screen with a DualShock 5 on either side of it. And it's very clear what it's for. It's for if you're in your house, you are, let's say your wife wants to watch TV, your husband, your partner, we'll say, wants to watch TV, but you want to play on your PlayStation, but you don't have that luxury the Switch player does to undock it. So what you do is you get this thing out. You go and you're on the couch playing on your PlayStation Portal, and the wife is watching something nice on the television. And that's what this thing is for. Now, there are a couple of missions of this thing that we really, really need to talk about. The big first thing we need to talk about is the lack of Bluetooth support.
Wait, hold on. One more thing before we get to the Bluetooth about the Wi-Fi thing.
Sure.
I'm not sure if this was actually said either, but PlayStation is working on basically getting their own xCloud, and this thing's not going to be able to do that either. You're not going to be able to play games from the cloud on this either.
Well, that was one of the things we were going to get to, the emissions.
Well, I mean, I figured we were on the Wi-Fi thing. I'm sorry. I thought
okay.
You forgot about that part. But that also, like you said it earlier, which it makes sense because of the way it is, especially if you've got to keep it at home. You're going to be streaming it from wherever it's at to the PlayStation, then from the PlayStation to the portable thing.
Yeah.
But if it had Wi-Fi, if it was like a Wi-Fi thing, and just, I mean, xCloud runs great on my Steam Deck, like great, and I'm literally running it off of a browser. I don't see how this is not possible for them to do, or why they wouldn't want to make that a feature that this thing does. You know what I mean?
Is there any chance that they're being vague about it to see how people react, and then so that way they can announce whether or not it can be used, truly on the go or not? Or are they not really thinking that way at all?
I mean, it's possible. It's not like we haven't seen Xbox make an announcement and people go crazy and then pull back on it like the next day. I don't put it past Sony to do something like that. Just float some stuff out there, see how it goes, see what they can get away with, what they can't. I mean, that's an interesting idea. I hope that's what they're doing, because this is insane that you can't even do that. I feel like that is such a simple thing.
For $200. I mean, I'm biased as a Nintendo player, but it's like, I can get a Switch for $200 and take it on the go. Different experience, but
Yeah.
That's actually a really good point, Shibby. That what you just said, the last thing there especially. You can get a Switch Lite for $200.
Yeah.
And it's a dedicated handheld console, not a Wi-Fi device. Now it doesn't have the power that this thing will have, because this thing has the benefit of streaming a very powerful device off of a powerful device.
At home.
But when you're on the road, you can't use it essentially. Whereas the Switch Lite, you can play full AAA titles, especially the Nintendo ones, on the go without a Wi-Fi connection.
Yeah, that's
at all.
Interesting. That's an
so
interesting.
That's actually a really good
information
point.
there.
So that, and that it can't be used on just any old Wi-Fi. If those are going to be two pretty big objections for a $200 price tag, making it essentially a luxury item, which I get. I don't play Switch on the go anywhere else but home. So if I had a PS5, that would be a pretty good accessory for me. But for me, not an extra $200 worth. But to be fair, I usually play Switch in bed, so
right,
I'd kind of be a candidate.
Right. So let's talk about the emissions again. Like I said, Bluetooth is not found on this PlayStation Portal.
It's insane.
Which is kind of crazy. It's a standard at this point of time. It's on devices, MP3 players of the day. Not the earliest ones, but like the second wave of MP3 players started to have Bluetooth back in like the mid-aughts. It's just kind of crazy that Bluetooth is not on this thing. But it's not crazy.
My can koozie has Bluetooth, man. Everything has Bluetooth. That's insane. It's stupid.
But when you hear the reason why it doesn't have it, it makes all the sense in the world, whether you like it or not.
It's infuriating is what it is.
It is very infuriating, but the reason it doesn't have it is because Sony is selling proprietary headphones that use a proprietary network that's probably like 2.4 gigahertz, on their headphones that connects to the portal. And they were trying to sell those headphones. It does have a headphone jack, as far as I can know. I believe it does. So that's a positive thing. It does have a headphone jack. So if you got your old dirty buds, you can stick them on in and play your games that way, which I kind of prefer, to be honest with you. I know people like your Bluetooth, but the Bluetooth has the lag, whereas plug-in headphones in, there's zero lag, which is great. But anyway, those of you guys who love Bluetooth out there, for your only source of headphones, I get how your frustration here. And this is where Drip and I were arguing a lot about. We argued about this a ton, because the way I look at it is, it's not that I'm happy that they're doing this. It's just I understand why they're doing it. And they're trying to make an ecosystem of hardware and software for themselves. And this is just, they're making their own ecosystem here. Apple, and this is where I was getting really frustrated with Drip, because you're an iPhone user, Drip. And Apple does this with everything they possibly can. Make hardware and software proprietary.
Not this.
They removed the headphone jack for Bluetooth, and that was a problem, right? They did do that.
But I can use any Bluetooth headphones I want. I don't have to go buy a specific set of $200 Bluetooth headphones to have wireless headphones.
This was a time before the Bluetooth boom that recently happened. This is before the time that everybody had a pair of $20 Bluetooth earbuds. At the time, you may not remember, but at the time when they did this, if you wanted an okay pair of Bluetooth headphones, you're looking at upwards of $100 and more. It's only recently that Bluetooth headphones are cheap.
All right,
as they
but
are.
You may not remember this because you were not an iPhone user. But when they did that, When they did that, when they took away the headphone jack, they put in the box for the first few models, they put in an adapter that went into the charging port where you could plug headphones in. So they still gave you an option. They took it away, but they still said, here's a thing, so you can still use the headphones you have.
And what if you
they
wanted
gave
to charge,
that to you?
What if you wanted to charge your phone and listen to music, which a lot
Well,
of
then you would
people
have
do.
to go buy a little thing that had the two little things, and then you could plug it in.
And what if you lost your
and then
adapter?
do that. Well, they did
or what
sell
if you
those.
broke
They were
your
like
adapter
$5.
those things would
Yeah,
fray.
you
every
could
second.
buy them again. I actually was using one the other day.
Money. Your answer is money.
Okay. Hey, listen, I am not saying you're wrong. I'm not saying you're wrong at all. But at least they gave an option. At least there's an option. There's no option here.
And yes, there is. There is for audio with this device. There is an option.
If you say wired headphones, I'm going to lose
your
my
headphones.
mind. No,
that is the option.
But they've taken Bluetooth completely away.
Look, I think that I don't think anybody's going to really. I don't think anybody's going to argue with knowing why they did it. But is it a consumer-friendly move?
No.
And the answer is going to be no.
No.
You can't. It's
anti-consumer.
I think there's two very objective pieces. Like, do we know why they did it? Yes. Do I like it, or do I think it's makes sense for the consumer? No.
We're on, and
that's where I'm at.
Drip and I are on the same page, Shibby. I think what you're kind of getting at there is we're on the same page. Like we agree with that. The problem I have is that if you have an iPhone in your pocket, but you're not complaining about all the things that iPhone does to restrict you and make you buy extra stuff, but you're going to complain that Sony does it, it's like that's ridiculous to me. Like iPhone, Apple does it with every piece of hardware and software that they sell. It's proprietary in some way, and there's not always an option to. Drip and I fought about iMessage and because I brought that up, iMessage.
But that's a whole. Okay.
It is a whole.
But you can text, but I can still text you. You don't have an iPhone, but my phone doesn't restrict me from only texting iPhones.
And you can still listen to music on this.
If this was a smartphone podcast, I'm pretty sure we would have complained about that, right?
Yeah,
Maybe?
probably. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe. But I don't know. See, that's the thing. All I'm saying is with the whole iPhone thing, that's what him and I were yelling about early. There's options at least. There's options at least that don't cost $200. Like they're like, okay, if you want to use wired headphones on this thing, go buy this little adapter. It's like $5. Just go grab this thing, plug it in.
You're frustrating me because you're ignoring the option of wired headphones. You're as if it doesn't exist to you. Like that is an option and a viable
because I don't want to use wired
people.
headphones. The only time I use wired headphones is right here.
Do you understand in gaming, Drip? Do you understand that the people who actually are good at games not only plug in headphones, but they also plug in their controllers. So they got 3 wires, 2 from each ear, and a third one from a controller.
I don't live my life that way, man.
Yeah, but a lot of people do. And that's a viable option. And now, are those people buying a streaming device like this PS Portable, PS Portal?
No,
they're not. They're not buying it because it's streaming. They're going to get the lag. But my point is, wired headphones is an option. You can go ahead and pretend it's not an option all you want, but it is an option.
That's a wild life I don't live, Geeb. I don't live that wild life. I'm sorry.
All right.
Bluetooth or nothing.
I
hate that. I hate it. I do love those headphones, though. Now, my question is this. Here's my question. I don't know the answer to this. Because when they announced those headphones, I was like, those are cool earbuds. I like those. Kind of want to buy them. Now, I'm going to lose my shit. Can you use those earbuds with regular Bluetooth shit? Because if so, oh my God. Okay, so they're not Bluetooth at all.
No, they to my knowledge, they use a form of 2.4 wireless, kind of like your mouse when you plug your mouse via USB into your computer. It's similar to that technology.
Yeah. Okay. So it's like these earbuds. Whenever I plug them into the base thing.
Yes.
Whenever I put them in that little system
Bluetooth,
I have.
It's a little gigahertz.
Yeah, 2.4. Yeah. Okay. That's fine. But these still have Bluetooth.
I agree. Power Matt Shibby is the middleman between an old married couple.
Yeah.
That's why I'm here.
Yeah. Mediation.
There was
That's
also
why I came here today.
There was a great comment from earlier too. I want to bring this up from official No Friendo says in the chat. It would be cool if you could use it like the Wii U style, like a controller to do dual screens. So basically,
yes,
it becomes an actual gamepad for your PlayStation. I don't see any reason why they couldn't push a software update. If not, have it on the thing from day one to enhance games. Like, I think that'd be great. I don't know. What do you guys think?
I mean, because it was such a hit with the Wii U. I mean, was it?
But press that button, Drip. Press that button.
Am I getting banned? Oh.
No, you got laugh track. That's a great one.
Yeah, I forgot. I haven't been using it. I got it. Okay, so wait, hold on. Repeat this to me again. Tell me what you're talking about. I missed some of that. I'm sorry.
Nick is saying it would be really cool if this thing, this portal, because portable is too many syllables. It would be cool if the portal could interact with your game, like, you know, you doing the shurikens and it goes to the TV. Yeah, it would be cool, but I'm thinking, would they need to work on something like that? Because I don't know, did people care about that with the Wii U? I feel like
I don't even think that. They showed that, and I've been looking at Wii U stuff for days. They showed that in the original trailer. That like Ninja Star was that even on the system? What was that in like Nintendo Land or something?
I think like certain games, if not that one game they demoed, probably had it.
Well, I can tell you this: the gun thing that they showed that had the gamepad in it, that never came out. That never came out. That was not a thing.
That trailer that you're referring to from your video, you understand that trailer came out before the system came out, before they knew it was going to flop.
Oh yeah,
so
if you look at that trailer,
that stuff.
If you look at that trailer, in the trailer, the gamepad still had the flat like the flat thumbsticks. Yeah, like the 3DS. Yeah, it still had those. They changed it like the next year when they showed it again. The Wii U, it had like it had like the flat ones like the 3DS did, like the little like I don't know what you call them, but they weren't like actual sticks, which is crazy. I'm glad
I mean, that's weird to think about a trailer for a system with features and stuff on it that doesn't happen. But I get it when it's so early, but it's also kind of
so early. God, they messed all that up. They messed that up so bad.
Yeah.
I mean, this is the best segue than ever to kind of get talking about.
This is not scripted, folks.
It's
all
not
these
scripted.
all these segues.
It just happens.
But yeah, I mean, Drip, I'm gonna let you drive on this section. You and Shibby are gonna be kind of taking home the points here tonight. I'll just be along for the ride. Because I mean, you guys already talked about it in your chat last night. I wasn't even there. So, but yeah, go ahead, Drip, take it away.
Okay,
you drive.
Basically, I mean, I made a whole video on this today, but we're starting from the beginning here. The Wii was super successful. You know, they wanted to build off that success. I mean, we're looking at it again with the Switch. It's scary. It's scary to think what they might do. There's a lot of variables here. There's a lot of things we need to talk about, and you know, we're gonna go back and forth on all this. But a quick history, in case anybody doesn't know, the Wii sold 101 million units, and they sold them to grandmas and nursing homes and everybody else. I mean, you know, not the hardcore gamer. That's not who the Wii was for. It had games, whatever. You know, we had the Waggle. Everybody's playing Wii Sports. When it fell off hard. And that's when they started talking about the Wii U, which was in 2011. They started talking about the Wii U. They announced the Wii U at E3 in 2011. They showed absolutely nothing but the controller. If you go back and watch the trailer, I actually put some of it in my video today. I watched the whole thing last night, and I'm just dying laughing. Because the trailer is literally somebody walking up with the controller, doing something with the controller, and then it cuts to just text, and it says, you can do this with the new controller. And then it shows somebody like using a Wiimote with the gamepad on the ground.
Collectively facepalm.
Yeah. The gamepad's on the ground. They're using a Wiimote still, playing golf, and they're like, you can do this with the new control. It looked like a new controller for the Wii. That's all it looked like. And for everybody, you know, who didn't know, we're like, oh, I don't. I had people in my comment section today like, yes, I remember that. I thought it was a controller for like 2 years.
Well, Drip, how does this relate to the Switch 2?
It relates to the Switch 2 in the fact that they completely screwed up something great they had from the Wii to the Wii U. They came back, you know, they did what they needed to do with the Switch. It works. It's scary to think that we could see the same thing happen with the Switch too.
Yeah, because though I just looked it up, Switch we're at like almost 130 million units.
Yeah.
Now, granted, it's only been over 6 years. The Wii was 100 million, so
yeah, 101.
So yeah, it is a little scary to think, like, because if and there's different people in charge now, which could be
Yeah.
good or bad, but they had to recover from the Wii U and the Switch. Part of the Switch's success, I think, is that they had to pull out all the stops. They had to, it was kind of a blessing in disguise, the Wii U failing, because then the Switch, they gave it everything they got.
Yeah, well, and
But
they
if history
did.
repeats itself.
They did, but they did it on. I don't know. That's the thing about the Switch. Like you're talking about. You're right, because they did. They clearly took their time with this. Like everything was focused on because you can look at the. Go look at the trailer, the very first trailer for the Wii U, and then go look at the first trailer for the Switch. Like, you look at that, you're like, I don't know it's a controller. You look at the trailer it is very, very clear from the very start. Yeah. Like, the guy's sitting there with his dog barking at him, and he pulls the Joy-Cons out. He's playing Breath of the Wild. He puts them in. He leaves. He's at an airport. He's got his little kickstand up. He's got his... it is very clear. It shows everything. Like, this is a new system. You can put it on a TV. You can take it with you. You can tell that they were very concerned about the marketing when it came to the Switch. They learned a lesson.
I'd like to see that compared more to the Wii trailer and the Wii marketing, because that's how I think of this. Because you've got the Wii blew up, Switch blew up, the Wii, they called it the Wii U. So that's why they're in a weird situation, because what do you do now?
Well, I did actually look at the Wii trailer. You know what it is?
Is it clear too? Is it cut and dry?
Kind of. It's the thing. They had a bunch of old people doing symphonies and stuff with the Wii, with like the Wii mote, and they showed Wii Sports, and then what was the other thing they had? They did show a younger girl playing Mario Galaxy, so she had like the nunchuck. So they did show a lot of the controller, but they didn't really need to show at that point the system. You know what I mean? Everybody knew it was like clearly This is not the GameCube. Obviously, like what is that thing? Like there's no way. I mean, and maybe that's where they lost it. Like maybe they were just like, no, we did that and it worked so well. Like we're just showing the controller again.
Why it worked so well.
Yeah. There's so many different things. I think the marketing
for the Switch was so spot on.
It was.
Like you just describing that trailer, it's almost getting me all giddy, because we knew the NX. I mean, maybe other people knew more than what I did, but I was paying quite a bit of attention. I remember the patents coming out with didn't they think there was going to be screens on a controller or something with some I don't know. There was a few different patents that came out, and I think the Switch, though, for me, it caught me off guard. Unless, did we already know it was going to be portable? I don't know. When it came out,
I think right up at the end, I think that's when it was just like, okay, this is a portable, like this is something that's not stuck to the TV. I don't think it was super clear, but I think like a couple days before it may have come out where there was some stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, I remember all you're right. The early stuff like the NX.
Where did Reggie went on a talk show? I forgot what it was. Like they just did it right. Like you said,
Jimmy
they really
Fallon.
need to make sure people knew. Jimmy Fallon, yeah.
Here's the funny, if you don't mind. I want to say this because it's funny to me, because I wasn't in the Switch world. I wasn't in Nintendo's world at this time. I didn't come into the Nintendo's. It wasn't in my headspace until 2020. But what was funny is that back in 2017, 2016, I was watching Jimmy Fallon like every night. And I remember Reggie came on with Jimmy Fallon. They're playing, I don't think it was Mario Kart. I remember what they were playing. One of the, or maybe it was Breath of the Wild. I think it was Breath of the Wild. They were playing Breath of the Wild, if I'm not mistaken, on Jimmy Fallon. And it was just like,
Miyamoto was there.
Yeah, I was like, wow, this is really cool. Like, it's just, I never bought it, but I always in the back of my mind thought, wow, that thing's really cool. I'm going to go back to playing my PC games, but that's really cool. And later on in life, or in 2020, when the pandemic hit, and like I was kind of bored with gaming and bored with life, I was like, hey, maybe I'll pick up that Switch. Really, because in the back of my mind, I remember that Jimmy Fallon appearance, or the Switch appearance on Jimmy Fallon. And my brother-in-law had a Switch too, so that helps, and I could see him play a lot. But yeah, no, I just wanted to bring that up because I thought it was really fun.
No, that is, well, again, yeah, you're right. Like they did the marketing right.
They did.
Back with the Wii U, it was done so bad in 2011 that they had to come back again to E3 in 2012, and they literally said, like, we understand we were not like they said they were going to reintroduce the system, and guess what happened in 2012? Not one motherfucker knew what the damn thing was still. Nobody knew. Nobody knew what this thing was. The people who were watching were like, yeah, I get it. It's a system. Like, us, we're like, yeah, it's new. It's the Wii U. I get it. But if you're not watching E3 and you see like, oh, look, yeah, still just a controller. The problem was Nintendo couldn't explain it. That's the problem. It had so many things to explain, and they were trying to do all this stuff where it was like, well, look at this thing. I said that in the video. Like, why the hell was it a TV remote? Like, come on. Like, it was a TV remote. It had a camera because it was going to do, voice call or a video call, video chats and stuff.
I wonder if there was conflicting teams.
I don't know.
That's super speculation, but like it's kind of like when I play Skyward Sword. Not to go back on create a debate on this, but my kind of theory, because I remember there's this ship you're in, and there's like spoiler for like a 10-second spoiler, but these tentacles come through the ship, and it's like this epic moment, and then the game pauses, and Fee's like, I think there's been some damage on the ship and it may start flooding. Okay. I wonder if there's a Fee team and then there's the game team and the tutorial tips team. And I wonder if they're different and they go to, so I almost wonder if Wii U, the team wasn't really aligned on what this is and yada, yada, yada.
They just started throwing stuff in. They're like, we can get it to do that. We'll just do it cheaper. Like it had a camera, crappy camera, had a microphone, crappy microphone, had a screen, not multi-touch, and we're talking about
impressive.
Yeah, well, we're talking about like 2012, so it was like, we had screens, like that wasn't a crazy thing. We had cameras that were way better than this, so they're just throwing all this half-ass stuff in there to have all these features. And then try to explain it to everybody, like, oh no, it can do this and it can do this. Can't do it very well, but it can do it. And we're gonna tell you about all these things. And people were just overwhelmed. They're just like, I don't care. What games do you have? Like, what are we gonna be playing on this thing?
You can wiggle your finger. You can waggle the Wiimote and touch the screen of these random games we're not going to talk about. And it's like,
or ever come out with.
They shifted. Pikmin, that was like the big thing. Pikmin, everyone was really happy because Pikmin was going to be on it. I know that. And then, what was the other one? It was Mario, Super Mario, whatever, Super Mario Bros. Not Deluxe, just the regular one. That was it, and nobody liked it because it didn't. Yeah, but it had one new power up.
Handful of games, right? I mean, basically just a handful of games.
Nintendo. I think Nintendo themselves at launch had, I want to say 4. I think they had 4. No, it had a shitload of games it launched with. It had a ton.
Well, Nintendo Land, right?
Yeah, that was the package game if you bought the 32 gigabyte. There was an 8 gigabyte, which was the white one, and then the black one was 32 gigabytes, and it came with Nintendo Land. Nintendo Land was I actually bought that, which is weird. They charged $60 for that if you didn't get it with the game. It was a hell of a deal if you got it with the system. It was a hell of a deal.
That's why I think that's why they're in a tough spot right now, because here's and are we ready to talk about this?
Sure.
So because I don't know what y'all's take on this, but but for me it's like, and that's why I commented on your video today, because you said the Switch 2 will fail, and you're thinking maybe we shouldn't call it the Switch 2, and I think you're gonna have a rough go either way you go, because number one, there's pressure to do something new, right? Because like with the Switch, it was this brand new thing. If you do the same thing, you do a Switch 2, and I've done polls on my channel, and you've done polls on yours, and I don't know and then Geeb, I'm sure we've all been around this community for a while. I know for a fact, at least from what I've heard, is a lot of people don't care about a more powerful Switch because I mean, look at the top selling games. Mario Kart 8, that's a Wii U game.
Yeah.
Animal Crossing. I mean, Animal Crossing,
it doesn't need any power.
It has its stutters, but it doesn't, people really don't care. And so you've got this problem if you do a Switch 2. Yes, you've got a big base of consumers that are going to be like, well, why? I've got Stardew Valley, which is a timeless classic, Minecraft, all these things, and we just don't really need a power. But then you've got people like us that are like, dude, yeah, I would like to play the Outer Worlds on Switch and not have it be a greasy smear smudge.
Yeah.
You know,
you have to be careful. I think what you're getting at, Shibby, is basically they have to be very careful because they don't want to piss off the people who like the Animal Crossings and the Mario Kart 8s that don't need the power, and those people are not requiring more power in the next system. But they really have to please the other part of their fan base who's like, I love these games too, but I also want to play these third-party games that I just simply can't play, or if I do play them, they run like garbage. So it's a fine line they have to run with this new branding and marketing for the system, where they have to please the people who like the first party stuff, but also make sure the people who like the third party stuff know that third party games are back on Nintendo stuff.
Well, the thing is, I don't think they really have to. Like, they don't have to appease the console gaming crowd that like Red Dead Redemption and stuff. Like, it's a bonus, but it's clear that they are fine selling Wii U games on the Switch, you know.
They basically resold the entire first-party library, almost all of them.
and so it's like, it's almost like they have to innovate. But then if they do innovate, it's like the Wii U thing. They're risking abandoning what works, and so I can't blame them for keeping the Switch alive as long as they can, because I don't know. I know it's way more in depth. Well, I mean, it's not always way more in depth than we think. I mean, it could be simple, but yeah, it's almost like, dude, if I was Nintendo and I'm a person, I'm gonna be like, I don't know. I might sell the Switch as long as I can.
Yeah. Well, and I kind of wanted to. I want to touch on something here that that Alex said in the chat. PlayStation don't struggle 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's right. That is very true. When has Nintendo ever called anything this 2?
Yes.
They've never done it. I don't know why. I don't know why they would start that now. Now it is possible, and we'll get into that. Yeah. There's new people.
I kind of want to get into
talk about that.
I don't want to talk about the people, but I do want to talk about why they would get it, why they would go Switch 2. I think that I do want to talk about that now.
Yeah, I mean, they haven't. Yeah, because it does work, and they know they moved off of it last time and confused people.
Well, because it wasn't even terrible. 2. It wasn't 2. It was you. And
it was brand new. Yeah, it was a completely different thing.
That was an avalanche of mistakes. But here's why they should or they could and should go with Switch 2. Number one, I've said this in the past in the podcast. They should go with Switch 2 for this number one reason alone. I mean, you could argue the Wii was great branding also, but they clearly marketing and branding, but they marketed the Wii to old people. Clearly, the Switch doesn't have that.
Well, it was a family thing.
It was a family thing. But the Switch
that's
is
the whole thing.
In my opinion, at least in the last 20, 30 years, the Switch is the only thing Nintendo has put out that is not marketed to old people, or not marketed to any particular audience, and branded in a way that is worked like really well. Like I'm not saying that the old stuff didn't work well. Like I know
the Wii was literally branded for everybody. That's what was the name. It was Wii.
But the Switch, I think this. I don't know. I guess I'm trying to just talk about like sexy factor, right? Like PlayStation, Xbox, like they got that certain sexy factor that just really works, and like they can it works for everybody knows what an Xbox or PlayStation is. They may not, even your mom and dad know, they may not play it, but they know it exists. They know there's an Xbox, they know there's a PlayStation, right? Unless you're my mom, and my mom called it Game Box X growing up, and she was referring to a PlayStation, and she was referring to a PlayStation.
A Game Box X? That's sick. I want to get one of those.
But like the Switch, right? The Switch has that sexy factor. Like the red branding, it works. The logo with the snap with the Joy-Cons in those trailers works. Like if they move off of Switch, I think they're losing out on like a franchise. We're not just talking about selling a console, we're talking about now a franchise.
See,
maybe and hold on, Drip, maybe
go ahead.
Maybe they thought with the Wii they had a franchise, which is why they went with the Wii U.
Yeah.
But like we said, there was an avalanche of mistakes, okay? And they're not, if they are smart, they will not make those avalanche of mistakes again, and they will try once again to go with this franchise method of you have PlayStation, you have Xbox, and you have not Nintendo, you have Switch. And forever there will be the Switch console next to PlayStation, Xbox, and it's going to be a hybrid console. And maybe they change it when it's no longer hybrid, but I just think it works in general, and I think they would be silly to try to move off of that branding,
right?
Because
that's
of how
what
successful
I want.
it's been.
I want a more powerful Switch sequel. But again, if they do that, here's the other thing too. They've got so many Switches in people's hands right now. They can sell games, a lot of games, because people have the platform to play it. If you have this new system and it doesn't have this big gimmick that appeals to a wider audience, because that's what they're doing. That's why they don't have the PlayStation Xbox factor. They're not trying to come out with a more affordable version of a gaming computer. They're trying to be a whole new thing, and that's why Switch got me so excited to begin with. Is it's not a gaming system; it's a new phenomenon, and that's how they hit
exactly
it with the Wii.
what it is.
That's how they hit it with the Switch. So if they do a Switch 2, they're not going to have that boom.
No,
but maybe they don't need it. But then they have to make everything backwards compatible at that point.
But they can still do that. I think, okay, here's where I'm at on this. And as I told Geeb today, like, I've been up to my eyeballs in every bit of history, what happened from the Wii to the Wii U over the past couple of days. I have dove deep on this. I think at this point, the best thing for them to do at this point, don't call it a Switch. Let it be a hybrid thing, completely redesigned. Let it be its own thing. Let it do the Switchy stuff. That can just be the thing. Like, Nintendo has always done this, where they've like, okay, we got a D-pad and 2 buttons. Okay, now we got the Super Nintendo. We got a D-pad, now we got 4 buttons, and we got shoulder buttons. We can still have they've gone on and on. Okay, now we got a stick. Okay, now we got 2 sticks. Okay, they've kept innovating as they've gone. Well, then they kind of went back and they did a remote control. My point is this. They added motion control. Motion control stayed, right? They add these things. This hybrid nature can just stay as a Nintendo thing. And they can still move off of the Switch name, still have the hybrid, but it's a new thing. It can be backwards compatible. The Wii was backwards compatible with GameCube, right?
Why?
It can still be backwards compatible.
It was at launch, it was.
That's what I'm saying. That is what I'm saying. That's my whole point, actually, because if it's just a Switch that's more powerful, again, you and I are going to buy it, but Joe Blow down the street, who's got his launch Switch, who doesn't give a shit, is playing Animal Crossing, just fine. He's like, I'm good. Yeah. I'm good.
If they
I don't really need that.
Brand new, they have to really be.
It's got to have a new thing.
They got to really hit it out of the park.
It's got to be good. It's got to be good.
And I don't know how they can. I mean, unless they look at the trends, and I don't know what the trend is. I don't know if there is a trend, because portable was it. That was the trend that they went to.
But
and
they
also,
made it.
I just say,
they made it though. That's the thing.
Well,
they're the ones who did it. The hybrid. The hybrid.
They brought it to gaming, but smartphones, tablets.
Right.
I think they jumped on that trend. And not only that, but they knew the Wii U was like, was their gaming systems were at that point.
Yeah.
But their handhelds have always done well. So how smart was that to just combine handheld and gaming system? To me, that makes sense.
Yeah.
At this juncture, I don't see what makes sense. So I'm lost. If I work at Nintendo, all I can think of is Switch 2. But those people already have a Steam Deck. The people that would want to Switch 2 already have a Steam Deck.
Exactly. So I'm thinking, like, just take the whole, it's got to be a Switch, it's got to be a more powerful Switch thing out of your mind. Let's keep that hybrid thing. We're taking that out. And then they can just do whatever they want. The minds at Nintendo can just make something
foldable
new. Just what? Yeah. I mean, who knows? I don't know. It would be. Yeah, they probably won't do that. But I'm saying, like, a new way to switch, a new way to play, like Geeb's idea, where it goes off the TV and you can have a fourth way, and it does more stuff. It's not a Switch. It's, what do they call it? What's the thing? The Focus, right? Or no? What was it?
Focus, Nintendo Focus.
The Nintendo Focus.
Yeah, what was that?
I missed. Not the Ford Focus, the Nintendo Focus.
I saw the headline, but I didn't see anything about it.
It's basically like a leaked. I think it's fake. It's a leaked logo and like some.
Most of the stuff is fake.
Yeah, it didn't look like it. It looked like it could have. I could have made that pretty easily. It didn't look great. I don't know. All I'm saying is you can pull the best things from it, keep it, like they have with a lot of things. Motion control. Like, they took that. They've just kept going with it because it is cool. I mean, it's the kind of their thing. Now, their new thing is the hybrid system. They can take that and move it on to the next thing. It doesn't necessarily have to be a Switch 2.
Let's evolve the conversation a little bit. Let's talk about, because Nintendo actually spoke about this recently.
Yes.
They spoke about how they're not looking to get into specific gimmicks anymore. I mean, I'm not sure exactly the quote here. There's multiple quotes, but essentially what Nintendo said is that they're still investing on new ways to innovate gaming, but
Yeah.
they're
Yes.
not. They're not gonna. This basically what they said was they're not gonna make another Wii U mistake or another Wii necessarily.
No,
where
we'll see.
It was only a
We'll
gimmick. The whole
see.
system was a big gimmick to begin with. They're not really
The word
looking
that
to
you-
that anymore. What do you guys think about that? Because that kind of pertains to what we're talking about. Like, do you like, because if they go with Switch, that they're definitely not going with a new gimmick. And if they go Focus, that going with Focus goes against what they just said. Because Nintendo Focus
Not
would
even a
be
cool word.
It would be a new gimmick. There'd be a main gimmick to the console, hence the word Focus. That doesn't make any sense. So there has to be yeah. So what do you guys think about that in their comments recently?
I do want to say something. I want to add to that too, because I did mention this in my video today. They've said things like this in the past. I think it was 2019, and I
Yeah,
don't
why
remember
wouldn't
what part
they?
of I mean, I don't remember what part of the year it was, but it was an investors meeting. It was some wording that came out of an investors meeting where they were talking about how moving forward they were going to start doing different things. They were going to start using newer technologies and looking into, into innovating in different ways instead of kind of going back and grabbing, the IR sensor and make it, I said that today. I mean, it's an IR sensor. That's what made the Wii. That's what sold them 100 million units. Is an IR sensor. That's all that was.
Well, the
That's all
Switch
that was.
isn't revolutionary technology
No,
at
it's
all
not.
either.
Yeah, it's a
So they're-
Tegra X1 from 2 years before it was even made. I mean,
Work
it's got
smarter,
nothing-
not harder.
Yeah, but I mean, they're saying. I take that as them saying, yes, that's what we've done, but we're going to start moving a little more towards,
Yeah.
I mean, and another reason they did it is because it's a family-friendly thing. They sold the Wii for $250. $250. I mean,
Which is $300 these days, maybe.
yeah, but I mean, still,
Equivalent.
but I mean, everything else was more expensive then. All the other
Yeah.
systems weren't. Nothing else was $250.
Right.
I mean, that's another reason you couldn't find them because everybody wanted it. It was cheap. Your grandma could play too. Everybody's in, and they did it with an
think the
IR
phrasing-
sensor.
I think the way that I believe Nintendo Everything, I think that was the website, one of the websites I believe that translated it, what they had said recently. And I think the way they worded it was they made it sound like the way Nintendo was saying it is, we are and it's kind of scary that, or not scary, but the way they phrased it was, we are researching new technologies for different ways to play that are not going to be we're not going to innovate just for novelty. We're going to innovate for new gameplay experiences. So that could mean, to me, that's a good sign. It's almost like it's shade. It's almost like they're reassuring people and saying, hey, look, I know you're kind of worried about us coming out with something brand new. If we do that, it's going to be in your best interest. It's not going to be just for the heck of it.
Yeah,
it's
just
almost
a
like they're
stupid
saying
gimmick.
that.
Yeah.
But then it's also like, yeah, why wouldn't you say it? You would have said the same thing about the Wii U. You would have come out and said that too. And like, guys, we're doing it for your experience.
Yeah, you're right.
for
But let's move on to that part because you're right. They would have. But when we say they, we're not even talking about the same people anymore.
Right.
We're talking about completely different people who
That scares me too.
Because okay, so we had give me some names because I don't remember names.
You posted it on the Twitter.
Yeah,
group,
I put them in there. Yeah. Okay, here we go. Yeah, Iwata was 2002 to 2015 was the president of Nintendo. So basically, most of the development, I would say a good chunk of the development of the Switch, and then he passed away, and then how do you say that? Kimishima
Sure.
was the president from 2015 to 2018. But he was actually the president of Nintendo of America before that, before Reggie, which is interesting.
We note too. I think a lot of people who have been in these conversations for a while probably understand. But if you're new to all this, news, keep in mind too, Reggie, although he's a big face of the marketing, doesn't have much to say as far as decisions go, right?
Yeah.
Just so
and Nintendo
people
of
get-
America does not make the decisions. Reggie was the guy here that told us the stuff. And now it's Doug Bowser. He's the guy here who tells us the stuff. So, actual Nintendo. And then we have Furukawa now. and he's been there since 2018. So under his leadership, we have not released a console. He wasn't there for 2017 to even see how, I mean, he was there. This guy worked there. I'm not saying he wasn't there.
Right.
He was there, but he wasn't in control of what was happening. So we really don't know how this is going to go, even from that standpoint. And nobody really talks about that a lot. But I think that is like one of the most interesting parts of all this.
It scares me a little bit. And what also scares me is the quote that I was talking about where they said that we are currently researching new technologies. Currently researching. I mean, the rumor is this thing's coming out in a year. Yeah. So, but then again, what do people always talk about whenever Reggie said there is going to be no 3DS and they came out.
Yeah, there's no new 3DS. Yeah, it was literally it was the next day. Yeah.
And it also makes you wonder, are they talking about the system after this one? I mean, surely not. Now it's probably too early for that.
Well,
but
it's not though. It's not, because they've gone on record saying, actually, learn this in my Wii U deep dive. When they announced that they were working on the Wii U, they didn't say the Wii U, but when they were talking about that, they actually said at that point, we start working on the next thing as soon as the thing before launches. When that is launched, our teams are developing the next thing. That's when they start. So, I mean, this thing, I mean, if it's coming out next year, let's think timelines here. This thing's gonna start being manufactured soon. It's basically done at this point, right? I mean, if it's coming out next year, they got to start if. But manufacturing is going to have to start happening.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe not this year, but relatively soon. Yeah, I mean, relatively soon. Even if they're going to announce, let's say they announce it in the summer and it comes out, whatever, October, whatever, who knows? But they're going to have to start manufacturing, and they've already come out and said too, that was at their last investors meeting, actually. They said they are not going to let scalpers be a problem. When this thing launches, they're going to have enough to meet demand. So
maybe not. They've already not manufactured this thing, at least, maybe should I say they haven't started yet? Maybe, but maybe it's more of, it's not about the manufacturing of it. It's about, do they have
the design?
Are they ready to manufacture it whenever they decide to press the button and say go manufacture? They have to. That has to be done. The idea of the thing, at the very least, the idea and parts that they need to make this idea a reality have to be already acquired at this point. So whatever they're researching is for the future upgrades of the system. Or the next
one. That's what I'm saying. I mean, their people could be done with it. They could be, they're like, okay,
I feel like
here's your stuff. It's ready for manufacturing, or they're wrapping up. So maybe that is what they're talking about. But who knows? Yeah, I mean, but you're right. At this point, it's a little weird to say. But again, like you said, you go back to what they've said before. No new 3DS. Then you wake up and there's a new 3DS. It's kind of hard to really know what you're gonna get with them.
Companies lie all the time.
It's also a translation too. Keep that in mind. We're researching. Maybe it does mean we have researched. Like, I don't know.
Yeah. You're right. Yeah. Because I mean, people are putting
because you're not
Japanese in Google Translate and
right. And you don't want to. You're not gonna. If you're being interviewed, you're not gonna say definitively. You're not gonna say the new system we come out with. It's having. We already know that it's got X, Y, and Z. Because then you're like, oh, okay, wow, this thing is dropping soon.
Yeah.
And they want to sell all those Switches because they've got their quota.
Yeah, they got to get rid of what they got right now. That's for sure. I don't know. There's so many different things. There's just so many different variables in this entire thing. It is scary because I don't think they're going to drop the ball, but I am very interested to see how this ends up going, where they end up going with all this. If it is a Switch 2, if it's brand new branding, brand new, whole new marketing thing, whole new name, or if they're just like, yeah, Switch 2. New way to Switch, more power. I mean, I'd be happy with that, but
yeah,
I don't know how that's going to translate to the masses. That's my worry.
We won't know. And boys, you have anything else to add before we kind of move on a little bit here?
That's about all I got for that.
Well, we are at the end of the episode. However, we're gonna do something a little special here. Drip, you wanna hit that button? Come on.
Oh, are we doing it?
Oh, we're
are we doing
it. We're
do you
doing
have
it.
the Do you have the words?
Stuff. I got some stuff. We'll go with it. Ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna play this week. We're gonna play with Shibby 120. Thank you again one more time, Shibby, for playing.
We haven't
with
even
us.
told him about this.
No, we haven't played. We're gonna play a game this week, Shibby, and you and Drip. I am the host, Uncle Geeb, and with me is Shibby 120 and Drip Media Gaming, and we're gonna play the game we stole from Jimmy Fallon.
Okay.
The rules for this game is very simple. I have some movie quotes, and I have a few Nintendo quotes that I researched and found during the recording of this live episode. So they might be bad, but we'll see. I got some stuff to say, and
This is what I get for trolling you guys.
The way the game is going to work is I am going to say words with I'm going to say words to the stream and to you guys, but you two are going to have your headphones taken out of your ears, so you can't hear anything that I'm saying. The stream can hear it, but you guys should not be able to by taking out your earbuds, so literally nothing is coming through. You're going to have to decipher what word or phrase that I am saying, and the categories are movie quotes and Nintendo quotes. So that's what I found here. So we're going to kind of go with it and see what happens here.
Movie quotes and Nintendo quotes.
Yes. So
Do we get to know if it's a movie quote or a Nintendo quote?
I can if you want.
Yeah, I would make. Yeah, I'd probably do that.
We'll start with Drip.
It's gonna be bad.
We'll start with Drip, so Shibby can watch for the first round and get an idea how it works, just in case you want to see first. That's the benefit of our guest.
Yes.
Drip, hold on. I'll tell you when to take him out, Drip. I'll tell you when to take him out. But chat, you guys can play along in the chat if you're listening to this podcast after a live stream. I'm sorry, you'll just have to to just not do the chat. But anyway, you guys in the chat, feel free to put your guesses and get in the chat and everything like that. Oh wait, you might know the chat knows. So you guys just gotta enjoy. That's what this game is, the enjoyment for the chat. Anyway, I'm sorry, I ruined it. There we go. Thanks, Drip. So chat, enjoy, sit back and relax. Drip, feel free to take those headphones out.
Okay, let's test real quick to make sure I can't hear.
Yeah. So test 1, 2, 3. Drip, can you hear what I'm saying at all whatsoever? He's probably gonna turn his audio down.
I can hear you.
Bit.
Hang on, I can turn the voice chat all the way down.
Yeah, so Drip will turn down the voice chat. Should be you might do the same thing.
You're gone.
But yeah,
I literally can't hear you. So put your hands up when you're gonna hold on.
Put them back in. I asked you to put them back in real fast. Okay, I'm sorry. I had to explain to Drip how he's gonna work. So how it's gonna work, Drip? I'm just gonna go like this. I'm pointing at you. That's when the word starts. Okay.
Okay.
Just
well, don't cover up your mouth. I got to be able to see your mouth.
No, yeah.
Because you said.
I'm gonna point when it's time for you to listen. Okay, take him back out. Okay. Drip has a hard time with this game sometimes. We played it a while ago. Shibby, we played it when I was at his house, and he was having a very hard time with the rules. I'm just like, dude, it's very simple. When I go like this. Sorry, I just did it. Sorry. Okay, all right. Sorry, I ruined it again. I just pointed at Drip.
I keep forgetting I can talk. You can hear me.
That's right. So Drip's got to keep talking. So chat and Shibby, I'm going to start with a movie quote, okay? It's from Terminator 2 Judgment Day, okay? Here we go. Hasta la vista, baby.
Oh, I know. Hasta la vista, baby.
Hey! Drip, you got it. I played the sound. It's okay.
Was that right?
You got it right, Drip. You got it right. That was a great first round for you, man.
I never get those. I'm terrible at this game.
Hasta la vista, baby. All right, so that's how it's gonna work. Shibby, do you want to try your hand at this game here?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get close up on the screen to see your face, but yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So listen. In Discord, just click him, and he'll get bigger. That's what I did.
Easy, too easy. Oh, and it still shows you. Okay, cool.
You can also deafen and mute too. All right, we're gonna go with I gotta find you a good one here. Okay, here's a good one. We're gonna go with another movie quote, guys. Shibby, can you hear me at all?
I can now. Take it out.
Yeah, take it. Go ahead, take it out, and I'll point at you. All right, so Shibby,
wait. Gotta mute my computer.
Shibby could hear me. Shibby could hear me, so he knows the category. It's a movie quote.
Oh my gosh.
It's from Top Gun 3, everybody.
Ooh.
I'm gonna point at Shibby. Here we go.
Top Gun 3?
I feel the need for speed. Shibby's thinking about it.
That one's hard.
It is
That's
a hard
long one.
But I feel like if you
I would have got. I think I would have got that
I
one.
feel like that's a good one. That's a good movie quote.
That is a good one.
I have no idea. Something.
I'm gonna do it again for one more time for Shibby.
Wait, am I taking the buds out?
Yeah. Take him out.
Yeah. Keep him out. Keep him out the whole time. You don't get to
okay.
hear.
How many am I doing?
Just this is no, you get 3 tries at it. You get 3 tries at it.
Oh, okay.
All right. I feel the need for speed. That's your second try.
No idea.
Shibby.
I'm really bad with movies. I'm thinking Skyrim, Dova King. I'm singing Dova King. Dova King,
Not
the
correct.
Wolf's Bane.
All right. We'll give you your 3rd time, okay? Your 3rd time here.
Bob. Is this wait, it's a movie?
I feel the need for speed. He's thinking
It's
about
from
it.
Batman. It's from a Batman movie. Yeah, it is. Don't lie to me.
Jimmy cannot hear us. What do you got, Jimmy? You gotta go. Give us something. Give us something.
Huh?
There it is.
Put him back in. Put him back in.
I'm in.
Okay.
Oh.
That's hilarious. Okay, Shibby.
Chief
the
said,
quote was,
"Give us something." You said, "Huh?"
I said Batman.
no, but you gotta get the quote. You gotta try. So it's Top Gun. I feel the need for speed.
Ah,
That
okay.
was your movie.
That's a long one. That's a tough
is-
one.
that
I mean,
was
that's a tough one. All right.
I mean, I think the more words actually, it's kind of easier because more. I don't know.
Yeah, I
Well,
mean, maybe.
yeah,
I don't know.
not- yeah,
I get
not-
lost. I start looking at the first word, and he keeps talking, and I'm just like, no.
Dude, you were a deer in the
Gone.
headlights with this game.
Yeah, I'm terrible. I got the first one.
I'm not a
Alright.
movie guy at all. Like, yeah.
Are we
All
ready?
right, go ahead, Drip. Take him out. I'll point at you. All right. Make sure to keep talking.
Hang on, I
the
gotta
whole
turn this down too.
time. Okay.
All right,
So
you're good.
I'm gonna find a Nintendo quote this time.
Wait.
All right. What's up, Drip?
Is it movie or
I'm not
Nintendo?
telling you. We're gonna let you squirm and suffer.
Oh, God.
So Drip doesn't know what it is. I like it that way. We'll tell you, Shibby. But let's find a good Nintendo one. Chat, if you guys have any suggestions, feel free to put your suggestions in the chat. I will certainly use them if they're good. Because I don't have any great ones here. So feel free to start putting some good Nintendo ones in there. I got plenty of movie stuff, but if you got some good Nintendo quotes, throw them in the chat for us. I'm gonna throw Drip. I'm gonna toss him a cookie. Okay. This is a Zelda quote from the very first Zelda game, and you're gonna hear it just right now. Okay, I'm gonna point at Drip. All right. It's dangerous to go it alone. Take this. And Drip is
I don't know, it
silent.
sounded like you said something about tasting this. I'm like, oh, what? Excuse me? I don't know what you're talking about there. That sounds, yeah, I'm close. That's dirty,
you're a
dude. I
little
don't
close, yeah.
like you talking to me like that. I'm not gonna lie. All right, let's try it again. I don't know what that is, but it sounds very.
It's dangerous to go alone. Take this. I'm gonna raise my eyebrows at him.
It's dangerous to go alone. Take this.
Hey! Put him back in.
I
Drip,
know that's
Drip.
right.
Got the answer correct. An old Nintendo quote.
Hang on,
It's
I gotta
da-
turn you back up. I can't hear
It's
you.
dangerous to go alone. Take this. I figure you had to get that one, Drip. I mean, I gave you a
You never know. You never know.
cookie. I gave you a cookie for that one. By the way, don't look at the chat. If they're putting anything in, I told them to put some stuff in the chat. So that goes for both of you. Don't look at the chat while you're playing your specific round.
Okay, I mean, it looks like we're.
It's kicks.
Oh, we're just dancing.
nice.
Sorry.
Okay. So, Shibby, I got one for you. I kind of conjured this one up in my head. I'm not using one that I have on the screen. But I will say it's not a Nintendo quote. It's Nintendo related. That's your category, okay?
Okay.
Are you ready?
Tell me when to take it out.
Take him out. Reggie Fils-Aimé.
Oh, wait. I don't know.
What do you got, Shibby? What do you got? He's thinking. He's thinking. He's looking at me like
Oh,
a deer
you
in
got
headlights.
this, man. You got this. You got it.
We're gonna go twice. I think Shibby wants to go twice here.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Reggie Fils-Aimé. My
driving me mad.
My hoagie
Or
mouth might
you
be
have
a
a
hindrance
six-pack.
to this.
Or you are power mad.
I thank you, Shibby, for the compliment. My fat belly would say otherwise.
It's so scary. I don't know what he's saying. He could be saying anything right now.
I could be. We could be saying anything.
All right, do you want to go for the third?
We'll go for the third one. All right, Shibby.
All right.
Reggie Fils-Aimé. He's smiling. He's nervous. He doesn't know it. He's got no clue.
He doesn't know.
You're crazy. You're driving me mad, is what he said.
Put him back in, Shibby. Put him back in.
I'm in.
The answer was Reggie Fils-Aimé.
Ah, what?
Man, I thought you were gonna get it. I thought you were gonna get it. Especially the third time when you looked, I was like, he's gonna get it.
Nah, I saw the cluelessness in your eye. That's the same look that Drip gives me when we play this game.
Hey, I'm doing okay today, though.
You are.
That's just the way I look, man.
Drip,
Yeah,
guess what? Drip, this next one you're never gonna get. That's your category. You're never getting this one, but we're all gonna laugh.
Wow.
So make sure to make this failure funny, okay? Give us your best shot here.
Are we ready?
We're ready. Last one, Drip.
Let me turn it down.
One. We'll get one more for Drip here, and then we'll get one more for you, Shibby. I like this that I don't have to be the one who gets embarrassed.
Yeah, you love torturing us, don't you?
Yeah, I like this. I like this a lot. All right, here we go. This is a Twilight Princess quote, everybody. So he could be reading my lips right now and getting some clues. That's fine with me. But this is a Twilight Princess quote. We're going to go with it right here. A sword wields no strength unless the hand that holds it has the courage. Oh, he doesn't. He's got no.
I don't know. You said something about somebody being strong, and then you're going to hand it to me. Am I close? Because that's what I got. Somebody's strong, and you're handing something to me.
We'll go number two here. We'll go number two.
All right, go again. Yeah, you're good.
A sword wields no strength unless the hand that holds it has courage.
Strength is a word in there.
Ooh.
I saw that. That's
got
like
strength.
all I got from it.
He's got strength.
Oh man. Okay, can you give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down? Is it a movie?
No, it's not a movie.
Not a movie. Is it a game?
Those are the only two categories. Yeah,
yes.
Drip.
Yes. Nintendo. I can't hear you. You got to give me thumbs up, thumbs down.
Yes, Nintendo.
Nintendo.
Those are the only two categories. Yes.
Strength. What the hell? This is some
Alex, I was gonna
Keep
do.
going.
Alex, I was
Third
gonna
one.
do that one. Alex, that one I was gonna do. So I will do that for Shibby next time. All right. Number 3, Drip. A sword wields no strength unless the hand that holds it has courage. I gave him all the physical clues. I brought out every single physical clue.
Man, I don't know. I'm gonna tell you what I think
do.
this is. You're talking about it's a quote from a Zelda game, and you're talking about the Triforce, but I don't know the quote. Because you pointed to your hand, you said strength. I bet it's something that Ganondorf has said. Am I wrong about that? Who says it? Zelda?
No.
Is it from a Zelda game?
Yes.
I don't know. Hang on.
Oh no!
Hang on.
Oh no, Drip got it wrong.
All right, what is it?
A sword wields no strength unless the hand that holds it has courage.
No fucking
The
way I would have
Hero's
got that.
Shade, The Legend of Zelda
Wind Waker?
Twilight Princess.
That's
what they say.
Dude,
That's what they say
okay.
every time you meet the hero in Twilight Princess, and you get your new feature, your new ability.
Yeah,
he says
no
it like
way.
every time.
Because I'm skipping that. Like, let's go, man. Let's get to the thing. Let's do the thing. Let's fight. No, I'm
Listen,
not reading
I
that.
gave you. I told you that. Well, I told the chat this was a cookie for you. Not a cookie, but this is at least your favorite game of all time.
Yeah,
So, like, we
come
got
on,
that.
man.
And I gave
You're
you all
also
the
talking
clues.
about.
I gave you.
You're also
strength.
talking about.
I gave you
text.
hand. I gave you courage. The Twilight of courage. That whole thing.
No.
I gave you a lot. I gave you.
You
a
did
lot.
not. That was way too hard. Text from a game?
Mega Boys. We only got one more for Shibby, so I'm gonna make a decision between Mega Boys and Shibby's. Oh, Mega Boy, you and Alex had the same exact one. I was gonna do that anyway. So perfect. We're all the same wavelength here. So Shibby, just go ahead and take them on out. We'll do. This is a Nintendo one, okay? For you, Shibby. I think you already took them out. I give Shibby the category. All right, we're gonna give Shibby his final one. It's a me, Mario. In honor of Charles Martinet.
It's a me, Luigi. Wario.
He knows.
I know
It's
he
me,
knows.
Wario.
Yes!
Yes,
Nailed
that's
it!
I'm just
it.
kidding.
That's it. That was good. That was good, Shibby. Nah, I mean that was a cookie as well. But
Appreciate you.
The Alex and Megaboy both messaged me privately the same thing. I'm like, that was one I was gonna do that anyway.
That-
so
yeah.
like, we're all on the same page for that one.
Thank you for throwing me a bone, y'all. The community coming together there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, come on, I'm gonna make it easy
R.I.P.
for you. You're the
Charles.
guest. Drip's got to suffer.
Hey, I got 2 right.
I think Shibby got 2 or 3. What'd you get, Shibby? I don't even remember.
One.
I don't remember.
I got 1. Hey, y'all, did Geeb do the voice though?
Did I?
I don't remember
Yeah,
now.
it's
Ooh.
a me, a Mario.
I don't think he
Okay.
did it. No, I
Oh
don't think
no.
he did.
It's a me, a Mario.
It's a me. I was trying to give you like the inflection that I can give with my hoagie mouth. So it's
Yeah.
a me, a Mario. Anyway, Shibby, thanks for entertaining us and playing that game with us. That was
Yeah, thanks
that
for
was
playing. That was great.
wonderful.
Yeah, it was fun. It was fun.
And once again, thank you for coming on the podcast. Once again, you guys can find Shibby's links down below in the
Thank you for having me, y'all.
description
Appreciate
of this podcast.
Are we still unboxing something, or we don't have time?
In the after show, if you're hanging around in the after
Oh, this
show.
isn't the after show. Okay.
No, this
No,
is
we're not
this
even
the
there yet. This
episode.
is real podcast, believe it or not.
Believe it or not.
Podcast hours.
That's right. Well, anyway, let's end the real podcast here. But
That's how
those
you
of
know. That's yeah. I love it.
Those of you in the stream, we're hanging out. Shibby's gonna do an unboxing for us because Switch unboxing. But those of you guys in the chat, stick around. Those of you audio listeners, we'll see you guys next week.
Later.
Peace out, y'all. Yeah, thanks again for having me on, you all. Appreciate it.
Oh, no problem, man. It was,
lot of
a
fun.
Yeah,
pleasure.
that was
A
awesome.
pleasure. We were
That was
overdue
great.
to have you back on, man. We were
Yep.
overdue.
Yeah.
For
we back?
sure. We're about to be, so Drip, throw that music on. Play that funky music. Yes. This is
What is
Shibby,
that
this-
from? Is that Wii? Is that the Wii
Yeah.
menu?
I think it's the Wii. Yeah, it's the Wii shop or something. I don't know what it is.
Oh, yeah,
menu.
yeah.
It's
The Wii
something from the Wii. I can't remember. But yes, it's good stuff. It's a bop.
Is that a super chat we just
Elevator
got?
music.
I can't tell if that's a super chat or not. It's hard to
It
see.
is not that I
Either
see.
way, it's highlighted or something. It's all yellow on my screen. Either way, we'll go ahead and read that for Alex here.
Is
All right.
your
Alex,
it says,
that's like 30 minutes ago.
all right, Drew, ask Drip my question. If it's just a hardware upgrade and a 2 after the name for the system would fail, why did the OLED sell so well when it was just a new screen? Drip, before you answer,
It's a good question.
I think this is a terrible question. It makes no sense to me. Like, I guess a little the way he asked the question right here makes a little more sense. But I saw his question earlier,
Special editions.
and I don't. The way he asked the question earlier made less sense. This makes a little more sense. The way you frame it as a hardware upgrade and the Switch OLED did so well. I don't know. Good answer. Good. Drip.
I don't know. I mean, that's a good point. Honestly, I never really thought about that. But I mean, at that point too, you got to remember this too. There were still people who didn't have Switches at that point. How many years ago did the OLED come out? How many have they sold
year.
since then?
Wait, 2 years ago. Whoa.
It was 2 years.
Yeah, it's
Isn't
been a
that
while.
gross? Isn't that
It's
gross?
been a while. I
getting
mean,
old.
and they've sold a lot of these things. So there were still people on the fence, and you have to remember this too. There were still big games coming out at that point. We've got a couple Pokemons. How many special editions have we had?
We're always gonna have a Pokemon.
How many special edition OLEDs have we
4.
had?
3.
Okay, that's a big reason right
Zelda,
there.
Pokemon, Splatoon. Yes.
Because they stopped doing special editions for everything else once they started. Once
Yes.
they got the OLED, correct? We didn't get another light, right?
No, the OLED came out as the last one.
That's why.
That-
Special editions, new games coming out. people wanting to buy.
Here's the thing, like OLED, it probably, I haven't looked at the numbers, but it probably sold pretty well, but it didn't sell new console numbers, did it?
I would
new
agree with
launch
that. Yeah,
numbers?
No, absolutely not.
And they want new launch numbers. They don't want iteration numbers.
Right. Well, and that's the thing too. The OLED, along with the light, which I said the light OLED would have done too, just kept things rolling. Kept things rolling along. I don't think, honestly, if the OLED wouldn't have come out, I don't think the Switch would quite be where it's at as far as sales. I think that the revisions have actually, including the light, have done a lot for it to keep it rolling the way it has rolled for so long.
I would agree. With that. I would agree with that.
I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, because we're not starting from zero. That's the thing. You're right with the new console numbers. We're not starting from zero with the OLED. We're just adding on.
Right.
Now, this next thing, if it's a new thing, we're starting from zero. So yeah, I mean, if they were going to sell, let's say the OLED was the thing. I mean, obviously it wasn't. It didn't have anything. It had nothing. I mean, it had an OLED screen and the new kickstand, which both are great things. Let's not get that twisted, because both are great. Yeah. But it just kept it rolling. They put all the special editions there. I mean, I think that probably answers the question, doesn't it?
I think the Switch 2 is going to be a lot more than a hardware upgrade. I'm not saying it's going to be a full-blown like waggle system or anything with a gimmick. I'm just saying that it's gonna. That's kind of what I guess I wanted to hit on that tonight too. I'm not sure if we did, but some of the ways that go find it here again in Discord, in the Discord chat. Some of the ways that they can mess this up or make this a good release is if the hardware / the way it looks, right? The hardware and the features are enhanced. Not just like, oh, we gone from a smaller screen to a bigger screen that's OLED. I mean, like, something, not this version, but the one in the thumbnail, the one that's going around the internet right now with the slidable, weirdy Joy-Con look. You familiar? You know what I'm talking about? That new the Switch 2 render. The Switch 2 render that has the weird Joy-Cons.
That just looks weird.
Right.
It doesn't look cool. It looks weird.
That's how they can mess this up. But if the new Joy-Cons are not stupid gimmick like that, and they have handles, and they're not focused on like their controller on their own. Like, forget that. That's stupid. Nobody ever used that. It was dumb.
No, but they do. We don't. People do.
But like to be only. But you know what I'm saying though. Is there a poll?
No, I mean, that's a good poll to do. I'm curious.
It's an interesting question. I mean, it's an interesting question. My kids do it. They did it at the beach a ton.
I'll make the poll. What's the question that I don't know?
Do you use Joy-Con sideways?
I'll do it right now.
Yep.
I mean, my kids, like, when we were at the beach, my kids did it because we couldn't reach the way the TV's mounted on the wall down there. We could not get back there to plug an HDMI in. So they were like, whatever. They just sat, just did tabletop mode, and I was like, I have controllers, guys. They're like, no, we're good. I'm like, okay, whatever.
Now, I haven't done it since the Switch was new, but that's just because I don't take my Switch places. But I remember on this airplane ride, when it was new, I thought it was cool. I took it out of my bag, and I went to the random person next to me on the plane. I was like, hey, I'm gonna play some Mario Kart. I got this thing on me. And like the whole plane, I just like, here's your Joy-Con, here's mine.
Well, see,
and I did that at a concert one time too.
Yeah, I did that back when I still worked for my dad at his shop. I took my Switch there one day, and like there was another, I think it was it was somebody that worked there. But anyway, I was like, dude, you got to see this. Like, this is super cool. Like, here, check it out. Here, take this. Like, oh my God, playing Mario Kart. Like, whoa, this is nuts.
I wonder though, this many years in, do people still do it? But it's a good idea because it's spontaneous. Like, you're one person, now you're a two-player.
Yeah,
like, so
you don't have to carry anything.
Cool, but I do wonder about the data on that, and I wonder who uses the kickstand also.
I use the kickstand all the time.
New Joy-Cons that have like handles and stuff, I'm not saying they would lack functionality to be used as a single controller. I'm saying to make the Joy-Con, go out of your way, like Nintendo did, to make them small and flat and uncomfortable for 90% of the gameplay, just so that 10% of the time that you want to use your Joy-Con as an individual controller. Like, I'm saying, make it so like they're fully comfortable for handheld use. They still have the functionality to be used as a single controller, but that's only going to be used in emergency situations.
Yeah. And,
so
let's go back to
the poll is, would you use your Joy-Con sideways besides in the emergency or convenient situations where that would be useful?
When it's the only option.
Well,
When
but
it's
I
the
mean,
only option.
it's the only time you're going to use it in general.
Yeah.
You're not going to go out of your way to use it.
But I mean, yeah, you're right about that. Like, think
Some people
about
do.
what we
Some people
think
like
about what we went from though. That's the one
that,
thing with the Wii U to the Switch that we downgraded. Comfort. Because man, that Wii U gamepad, let me tell you something. That is one of the most comfortable controllers
It is comfortable.
that has
Did you
ever
say that in
been
your video?
created.
Was that
Yeah,
somebody
oh
else's
my,
video?
yeah. I mentioned it. I think I
I was
mentioned it.
surprised because I had
It's
only
so
seen the Wii U pad.
comfortable.
It looks uncomfortable, but you said it was.
Oh my
comfortable.
god,
I'm
it's
like, oh, wow.
perfect. Jeep, do you
It's-
agree?
I would say that it's not as comfortable as a Pro controller. The Switch Pro controller.
Okay, I'm
Well,
talking about,
whoa, yeah.
but,
But,
dude,
but for considering it's a tablet,
oh my
and
god.
like most tablets are a pain to use and they hurt
It's
like
great.
literally, this is actually a very viable controller. I prefer to use this. I have now, granted, I have a Chinese third-party Wii U Pro controller, but besides that, I actually prefer using the gamepad with the Wii. So Wii U. So yeah, absolutely, I agree.
Alex makes a good point there. The Wii U pad was it's good for self-defense as well. You can definitely whack.
It's not.
somebody
It's
with it.
hollow. It's not much stuff in there.
I mean,
really-
it's big.
I
it's
think
big.
would break. You hit somebody's skull with that, it breaks instantly. It's not gonna do anything.
Yeah,
They're
you're talking about
they're
their
gonna
skull.
laugh.
Their skull breaks.
No, they're gonna get up and laugh at you like you just hit me with that. Get out of here.
All right, so let's get to the after show. We unboxing something? Is this happening?
Oh,
Wait, are we thinking Pikmin or no? That would be cool. We thinking Pokemon or Splatoon? What do y'all think?
Splatoon.
I would vote Splatoon. Yeah.
Let's do it.
Okay, check this out. I bought this like a long time ago. I never opened it up, so this way I don't have. This is one less video I have to make.
There you
Awesome.
go. Glad we can help.
Let's knock it out. No, I'm just kidding.
Shibby, I'll give you the footage.
I was gonna say, just send him this footage. At least, it's a short.
That's right. That's right. Hey, listen, maybe we'll make a short out of this. Who knows?
Switch unboxing on our podcast.
That's right.
Okay, check this out. So I just pulled this out of the wrapper.
Ooh.
That's
This is,
sick.
where are we
I
at?
love that thing.
Well, who is this? This is
Herschel?
it's Hori.
Hori.
This is pretty cool because it's like got this little handle right there. I've never even opened this up, so let's take a look. Oh, I'm gonna. Need
What's
some
that? Is that
scissors.
handle elastic or is it like a seatbelt?
It's like a
type thing?
backpack. It's like a backpack kind of thing.
Okay.
Now, I don't know if it can be adjusted or not, but I gotta get some scissors real quick. Hold on.
Okay.
It means an unboxing. Gotta have those.
Yes.
Let's take an update on the poll here. We have 5 votes and 0 yes, 100% no.
Yeah.
this
I mean,
point.
they got to change the design on them, man.
Yeah,
but that's what I'm saying. What did this? You said. Now I kind of wanted to talk about this, and we got a little bit sidetracked. But you said like that sexy factor that the Switch
Yeah.
has. Like, think about something else like that, but like just redesign. Like, just you could have the same sex appeal, Geeb. All right, let's check this thing out.
We got the
Well, we're
unboxing happening.
multitasking. Don't let me interrupt you.
Okay, yeah, I'm just saying. Like, think about a whole new thing rebranded with a new name and like all black lettering and this just sleek as hell. I mean, come on, man. It could be done.
It could
That
be
is cool.
done.
So they
Oh, so
they
there
make
is
okay, that's
full-on-
huge.
That's
Yeah,
a
that's like a
full-on
crossbody.
backpack
clip.
Yeah.
Wow.
And this is
That's
for the
like a-
Switch.
wow.
This is for the Switch, not just the light.
Oh,
Nice.
really?
That's pretty cool. You snug your Switch in there, and then over here you can actually literally put like some extra Joy-Con in there. I think it's pretty cool.
Does it have
It
any
looks-
extra like
it's like a
pockets
fanny
on
pack,
the
too.
inside of the pockets? Or is it just open pockets?
Dude, it's just a full-on
Open pocket? What about the back one? Just open pocket? See, because I feel like even
Yeah.
that I would put it
That's
in a
it.
case to put it in there.
No, I mean this isn't the same thing
it
as like
padded?
the cases. Almost, yeah. Well, the thing is, it's Hori too, so I think it fits with the split pad, you know.
Oh.
But then you can just
Cross body.
take it with you,
that.
which I like. I like that.
Yeah, that Tom Talk bag
There you
has
go.
cross body like that. That's good. All right, we got an official Switch unboxing
we
unboxing
go.
here. Fantastic.
Wonderful.
Fantastic.
Love
That
it.
is a good one.
It looks
That
good.
is
It
a
looks
good
good
one.
on you, Shibby. Keep that on your back. It looks great.
Wear it like a fanny pack.
Yeah, that's
It's not a, well, it wouldn't be a fanny pack. What would that be? A
You could.
chesticles pack?
I could fanny pack it.
A
yeah.
chesticles
Oh,
pack?
you could definitely fanny pack that. Easy.
So,
It's
there you go.
adjustable, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I'd fanny pack the
It's
hell out of
whatever
that.
you want it to be.
Hey,
It's
hey,
whatever
we
you
had,
want
we
it
had
to be.
Tom Talk as a sponsor, so we can't be talking about.
Oh
other
yeah, never
cases on
mind.
this.
Yeah, never mind.
It stinks.
No,
Boo.
it's fine, but it's not Tom Talk.
No.
They're not the sponsor of this episode.
do you
It
know?
doesn't matter.
They're not. It's a sponsor.
I don't know. I've never touched it. I don't know.
Let's make sure they want to come back, Drip. Okay? Jeez.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
But my point of all this, to bring up all this, my point was, I just wish they would focus on the handheld aspect of the Joy-Cons more than that one-off use that you might use once in a blue moon, where you put it sideways. Like, listen, as dumb as this is, like, let's just use this as an example. These Nixie Joy-Cons you can use them as an individual controller, and this isn't the most uncomfortable thing in the world. It's certainly not more uncomfortable than this stupid little rectangle. Like, this is hard to hold on to. Like, it's I don't like this at all. And this is like, while this is also weirder and less ergonomic, it's not like that much more uncomfortable. Like,
Let me ask you this.
in the grand scheme of things. So
Something we didn't talk about, something that's also an interesting topic for this entire discussion. Do they make two different models? Did they each come? Does one come with a standard type Joy-Con? One come with a Pro Joy-Con?
well, here's a better question. Do they go with 3 or 2 versions? And the third one being the Switch Lite, because remember, the Switch Lite wasn't
yeah.
announced at the launch of the Switch. So
Ooh,
and they
yeah.
already-
What are they gonna do about that?
yeah. So
Here's the
what-
thing, that I think that if it's similar enough to the Switch, you can't have more iterations because there's already an issue where you're already segmenting your consumers. Now, if you're coming out with 2 new systems and they're both pretty similar to the Switch, you're spreading everybody else out even more thin. Or are you
think you're-
selling
yeah.
more because there's a bigger audience? I feel like you really only do that if it's something brand
If
new.
it's a
But even
brand new
then-
thing, yeah.
But even then, they're shooting themselves in the foot if they're gonna launch them side by side.
Yeah, well, you're
'Cause
right, 'cause they-
how many people bought a Switch and then bought a Lite when it launched?
Although I didn't buy a Switch at launch because I didn't do that. I just bought the Lite later
God,
on.
I bought a Switch, and then I
Yeah,
bought another
yeah.
Switch, and then I bought a Lite, and then I bought
But you know what I
another
mean?
Lite.
If they come out together, you're not gonna get both of them. But if they come out even 10 months apart, well, now you're gonna get the new one.
You're right, and
So-
it's funny because I was about to be like, well, they've launched 2 systems at the same time before, but what I was about to say was just completely stupid because you know when they did it? With the Wii U.
Oh no!
They had this. It was,
2 different
they had
storages.
they had the 8 gigabyte white one, and then they had the 32 gigabyte black one that came
Again,
with a game as well.
Avalanche of mistakes. Just add that to the list.
Yeah.
Avalanche of mistakes.
I had the I was gonna buy the 8 gig. I ended up getting the 32 gigabyte one, and then selling it later on. And then I have another Wii U now. I don't even have my original one. I have one I got on Facebook Marketplace from some lady in PA. She was selling it for like, I think it was like $100, but it's the Wind Waker special edition one.
Well, that is cool, Drip, but I have the coolest Wii U.
No,
of
you
them all.
don't. I'm sorry, mine's cooler.
I have the Panda Edition. It's
Yeah.
the coolest Wii U of all time. Alex, by the way, that one girl, also,
Oh, yo,
Switch
yo, yo.
Corner. I'm actually with Geeb for once. That's why I'm putting this on the screen.
What up, Brittany?
Because for once he's with me. That mark this down as a rare occurrence. Give us analog triggers so we can play racing games and a bit of something to hold on to. Upgrade the gyro too. That's one of the ways they can really.
Full size sticks.
That's one
Can
way
we do
you
that?
That's one way you can keep the Switch branding and keep that sex appeal with also not changing the Switch branding so you're no longer losing what you just built with the Switch, and also giving people a reason to upgrade. But the people, you're not pissing off too hard the old people who don't want to upgrade, but you're also giving people who want to upgrade something actually worthwhile that's not just, hey, here's a better looking screen. No, here's Joy-Cons that are fucking amazing.
Yeah, the Joy-Cons is definitely an area they can improve on a ton.
If they come out and say like,
Go ahead, Shibby.
you know, I'm already picturing the commercial, which going, it's like the 3D render, and you're like, it's got the motion, and then it does this fast speed ramp, and then it's like, it shows the sticks, and they call it like,
Yes.
drift resistant sticks. Oh,
Yeah.
people are just jaw's gonna drop.
Yeah.
and all they
It's
gotta
like
do
it's
is put
here,
Hall
it's like-
effect
it's
in
like-
there.
Yep. Just say the word. Just say it once. Yep. Hall effect sticks.
Yeah, yeah.
Effect stick.
Bam.
That's gonna sell it. Well,
Yeah, little things like that would definitely. I mean, those are the things. Those are the
They would never
upgrades they could do if they did like Switch 2. I think all those little things, like I said, all the little things they put into like the Wii U, dumb things.
Small
But if they can do
things.
all these little things like better Joy-Cons with better sticks, actual analog triggers, that, I mean, they could pile up all these little things that'd be like the Switch 2, bam, look at it. It's they could do it like that and it would be like, oh shit, yeah, Switch 2. Like that's
all they need
real
to do,
deal.
I think. I mean, yeah, I don't know. Anyway, I don't know. We'll see what they do. We'll see. It's gonna be very interesting to see.
It is. It really
maybe
is.
they do. No, I don't know.
I mean, I go
How
back
many
and
people
forth
got
on
a
it so
Steam
much,
Deck
man.
and don't play their Steam Deck anymore 6 months later?
Right now, I don't play
Does
mine
that
because
tell
I
us
know I'm gonna. I mean, I don't play mine right now because I know I'm gonna have to reset it like 400 times because I can't get the emulation to work on it, and every time I can't get it to work, I have to factory reset it and re-download everything to try to figure out what I did wrong.
Won't have that problem on the new system for Nintendo.
No, I will not. Oh, the only reason I'm trying to do it is because I want to get Wind Waker and Twilight Princess to play on there. Only reason I'm doing it. Can't get it to work.
I have it. No big deal.
Oh yeah, wonderful for you.
I like the little emblem on this thing too. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's why I thought it was a Herschel backpack. So I'm like, oh, that looks like
That
a
is
Herschel.
nice. They make several
camera's not
versions
bad,
of
is
that, right? They make a few versions of that. They have don't they have an Animal Crossing one?
Yeah, Mrs. Geeb
Because
has it.
I was gonna say I think I looked at that Animal Crossing one real hard. Almost got it.
It's like that teal color with like white, with like the Nook branding on it. Yeah, Miss Jeep has it. Actually, hers is a full backpack. It's still small, but it's not just a cylinder. It's
Now
like
that's cool.
a little mini backpack. It's a full mini backpack.
That is cool.
It's awesome.
Super.
I mean,
cool.
it's not like listen, it's a cheap little thing. It probably costs them $3 to manufacture, but it's like it's a nice little thing to put your Switch in. I convinced her to bring it with us when we went to the. I was out to see my parents, and I was going to see my buddy Nuge out there, and we went to the mall, and I convinced her to bring her little Nook cranny backpack with her and put her Switch in it, so we can play Switch at the food court, and we never even did it.
Oh man. Well, speaking of Nook's
You
Cranny,
could've.
you could have. Hey, you could have. You were prepared if you needed to.
I was.
Speaking of Nook's Cranny, Shibby, I don't know how into
Where's this
like
going?
Legos and.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Did you see the Lego leaks? Like, it sounds like they're gonna have Animal Crossing Legos. So
yeah, wasn't there like 5 or 6 SKUs on there?
okay,
wasn't
yeah,
there?
okay. So it
Possibly?
looks like some of them are gonna be like the brick heads. So they're gonna be like the little buildable, like chunky figures that kind of look like the Pops. Have you seen those? So some of them are those, but then it says some of them are like sets, and they're thinking it's gonna be like
Shit.
Nook's Cranny. Like the museum, like the main
that'd be
buildings.
cool.
Yeah,
That'd
like
be
the main
cool.
buildings on the
would be cool,
island.
yeah.
That would be super cool. And supposedly they are gonna have actual Animal Crossing minifigures, to which I'm.
Yeah,
actually
how's
very
that gonna
excited
work?
about
Because the animals need to have huge freaking heads. Are they gonna have a different? It'd be cool if they had like a new type of head.
And it was just
Or
a
maybe they already
big
do.
giant. Yeah, not like that. They have several different ones, not like that. I mean, they could do it. They could do like different castings and make. I don't know how they're gonna do it, but I'm excited to see it. Supposedly the Zelda ones are coming too. I've seen that leak like 10 times. One of them's the Deku tree, that's the one that keeps getting leaked. So we'll see. We'll see.
I
I'm
probably wouldn't
interested
get
in
it
all
or
that.
anything. I think I'd be really interested to check it out, but there's just not enough replay value there for me. Like I'd build it and then I'd be like, okay.
Dude, I decorate
You know.
my house with that shit. I do. They're all over my house at this point.
You're welcome for us finishing it for you.
That's awesome.
Oh yeah.
What's up, Tiramisu?
Yeah. Oh, you should see it now, dude. I took the you know where it's at over on that table? So I took the Luigi's Mansion statue of Luigi all scared with his little flashlight and stuff. It's sitting on the Nintendo part of it by the TV. Oh, it's like a whole little,
nice.
it looks so great over there now. Yeah. Yeah, shout outs to Mrs. Jeep for finishing the TV on the NES Lego set for me. Appreciate that.
For sure. We got Shibby's links in the chat, by the way, if you haven't already done so. I feel like you guys at this point, if not already. Shibby, I think you're our most recurring guest on the show. And yeah, and glad to
awesome.
have you. So yeah, if you guys have not already followed Shibby on all of his various platforms, including
Achievement unlocked.
the YouTube and the Shibby 120.
Appreciate that.
course. Appreciate you being here, man. It's always great. How'd you guys like the game? Did I do okay with the questions on the spot?
You did good.
The quotes on the spot?
You did good. For a second, I didn't think I was playing. When we talked about it earlier, I thought just Shibby was playing. I didn't know you were gonna make me play. And then when you said we were both playing, I was like, "What's he got? Trivia? What is this gonna
wasn't
be?"
just me. Really glad it wasn't just me. So good on that. Good on that.
I can't make Shibby do it on his own.
And honestly, halfway through us talking about it, I totally even forgot we were doing it until you were like, "We're playing a game." I was like, "Oh,
Well,
even better.
when you guys were doing your long talk there for a while, I was like, good. This is my time to find.
I saw you looking at stuff. I wonder what you were doing.
Yeah, I'm always doing something over here behind the scenes.
Yeah, you are.
If we have not already liked the stream, please, guys, if you haven't done so already, please like the stream. We get to 25 likes. We got 23. Thank you guys for showing up to this podcast this week. We've had a couple weeks where it wasn't up to par that we would like. So we appreciate you guys coming for this week. I'm sure it's not anybody's fault. This is just the Nintendo
We talk about stupid shit sometimes people don't care about. That's what happens.
It's Nintendo landscape we're currently living in. There's not much to talk about, so there's not much reason
It's dusty
to tune
out
in.
here.
Which
It is
we
dusty
understand.
out here.
Yeah, thank you.
Desolate.
I saw that like. Thanks. We got 24 likes. One more like. We got 25. I'll be happy. We can get off of here. We're gonna wait here forever until we get 25.
Someone's gonna unlike is what's gonna happen.
Oh, wait, if Joe was here, he'd be the first one. He would do it before I said that.
Hang on.
Frickin' Joe.
Hang
You
on.
don't do it. You do it. Don't unlike your own stream. I could just go on my Uncle Geeb account and like it real fast.
No, I didn't even like it there. I just liked it.
26. I see 26 on there.
25!
Oh, God, yeah, okay. I just liked it too. There you go.
We got there. Cool. Well, I'm
When are we
ready.
talking
You
about
guys are ready.
Ahsoka? Oh my God, Ahsoka. Oh, have we
forgot
all
about
watched Ahsoka? Holy crap.
I don't know if we could talk about that.
We're not talking about it right now, but
Yeah, 'cause people
my
I don't know.
God. Oh my God, dude, I'm so happy with Ahsoka, especially the second episode.
Yes, I'll say this about it. It's has the chance to be the best Star Wars show that they have.
Oh, and I'm so glad you finished Rebels before this started. Aren't you now? There's
I am.
so much. And you know what? The governor guy on Lothal, that's the guy who did the
guy.
voice.
He's also freaking Mr. Krabs, dude.
Mr. Krabs.
It's
Mr. Krabs voice.
Popeye?
No,
I don't know. That was
that's
but-
Mr. Krabs. You don't know Mr. Krabs' laugh? Come on. SpongeBob. I can't do it great, but come on, Mr. Krabs. It's the guy. The guy who plays Mr.
just
Krabs. Yeah. The guy who plays Mr. Krabs. He was in Lost
Are you
as
ready,
well.
kids?
Are you ready? Yeah, he also did Lost, and he was his That's good. So yeah, I saw him in Lost, and I was like, no shit, it's Mr. Krabs. And then in this show, it's the guy. It's the Mr. Krabs guy. It's great.
Yeah.
And
I was really happy that he was there. There was another kid too. The other kid who he made go up and talk while he couldn't find Sabine. Do you know who that kid was?
I don't know what kid you're talking about.
Whenever they're up there on that tower and they're doing the whole thing about talking about, and he's about to bring Sabine up to speak, and everyone's there, and it's like, and nobody can find her.
Oh yeah.
And he says, "Go up there and talk." That kid, you know who that is?
I don't remember now.
It's Ezra Bridger's buddy from the Imperial Academy on Lothal.
Oh, at the very end of the show, especially where he comes back. That
Yeah.
character?
That's him.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's him.
Okay, I gotta rewatch. See, like I did finish, but I have not had enough.
Yeah, I was losing my shit, dude. I was absolutely losing my mind. I'm like, no, right there, look at that. Oh.
I just haven't had enough time to really let Rebels sink in. I like the Loathe Wolves and that whole arc and like the story of that, like that. I'm glad I finished it for that reason, so I can really kind of understand those references when they come about.
And the Purgle, the hyperspace whales.
Yeah.
Because we saw one of those in Mandalorian. 90% of people were like, what's that?
Yeah.
I'm like, I know what that is.
You told me.
I know exactly what that. That's a hyperspace whale, man.
That is.
Those are cool. I like those.
I'm tired, guys. I'm like physically
Yeah, it's
tired.
time. It's time, man.
It's
I'm
time
trying to go. I'm gonna go watch Ahsoka again. Actually, I got myself all pumped up.
Those of you who are hanging around the chat still, We appreciate you sticking around. If you missed any of the episode, just remember tomorrow afternoon you'll see this episode uploaded to the audio platforms, as well as on Monday you'll see the video episode re-uploaded right there as an archive. So yeah, that's always fun. I'll make a YouTube poll. What was the poll from tonight? I never ended it. Let's end the poll.
It's 100%. Nobody does that.
Yeah, 100%. What was I ended it before I could read it? What was it again?
Do you use your Joy-Con sideways?
That's
No.
right.
Nobody does.
If I can remember, I'll do that. I'll do that poll as well for YouTube, so you guys can do it that there. Cool. Shibby, once again, thank you. Your links are in the description. Make sure to click on those and follow him. Appreciate you, Shibby.
Thank you.
Drip, another good episode. We'll catch you guys next Thursday. Oh wait, tomorrow. We didn't plug member stuff enough tonight. Tomorrow is the members only live stream. It'll be the Tears of the Kingdom thing. It'll be.
It's gonna be a good one. I'm excited for it. Very excited for it.
Become a member if you haven't already, and we'll see you guys tomorrow or next week.
Goodbye.
Later.